Yes. You now have to use the spear until it's all used up for the time being.
Is the spear in my inventory, by the way? I'm trying to find it and I can't see it.
I don't believe I made an item for it now. Let's fix that.
Also, what happened to my strength? It's 0 right now.
That is strange. Why is that?
That would have
Like
been you clicking on it and typing in 0, or somebody else doing that.
I don't remember doing that. I just saw it all of a sudden.
You remember what it was previously?
It was 18.
Okay, put it back.
You know, for Amon, I thought that may having a side effect of the spear, but
No.
The race I've got, it doesn't appear in the books. At least the books that are loaded in the game.
What race? So, I don't know where you got the Naga from.
From Plane Shift Amon Kit. It's one of the Magic the Gathering supplements.
I don't know if we have that available on Fantasy Grounds, so you're gonna have to enter it manually.
Yeah, it's not available on Fantasy Grounds. We do have the books for it though.
There you are. I've made your javelin.
All right, the song's written.
Oh boy.
At least the first part is. I might do this in the same style of which I did Miralath, where it's chapter by chapter.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought you'd do.
Anyways, I should check my DoorDash. My smoothie might be here. It's on its way. Smoothies. If any of you have ever been to the Tropical Smoothie Cafe, which I don't know if they have that in the Down Under, wonderful place. Highly recommended. Delicious smoothies.
You're supposed to put in hashtag not sponsored, you know?
No comment.
Because if you're advertising on my channel and being paid for it, that is actually that's a legal violation.
No comment.
I see. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim. This is Guild Tales Dungeons and Dragons. Do remember that if you enjoyed the stream this evening to consider supporting us over on Patreon. Patreon.com/ZGFgaming. You can also do so by grabbing some merchandise or just donating directly. Also, this Saturday is the 5-year anniversary of the channel. I hope to see you all come on by for that. We're gonna have go through some of the history on the channel and stuff, so please consider coming by. But for now, Corn, why don't you give us a recap?
The one who wasn't here last week. Who's
Yep.
still building his character.
Yep.
Don't you actually watch our old streams?
Yeah.
Like you're actively here.
Didn't you watch the recording last
Usually
time?
raining chaos and death upon us.
Exactly.
For the
I'm
end of the
too
world?
focusing on what I do next, as opposed to your story. I'm more focused on how I can destroy it.
Ah,
Ah.
so you're a griefer. Gotcha.
If you
Well,
wish to call it that.
Well, go ahead with the recap.
Stuff happened. Party didn't die.
Hmm. He's technically not wrong.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, Elman did stab himself.
That is true. That is-
Technically.
Technically true.
You are technically correct. The best kind of correct.
All right, Moriarty, take us away.
Ah, well, hello everybody. It's me, the Fox Bard. Hi. I don't know when I got here, but apparently I'm just here now.
Leaves his cackling in the background.
How are we all doing today? Doing great, doing grand, doing wonderific? Lovely. So then, I believe our party last left off. Here there's a script. People tried to do things, but were continuously sidetracked, so they didn't do anything. Alright! What happened? More specifically, what happened last time? So we worked together with the Selesnya, and
This is not at all what you were supposed to be doing.
Careful, I'll be right back. Sorry.
well, you know what? No one really talked me through what we were doing here.
Well, you You were brought here to sing.
I was. No one told me.
You're a bard. What did you think you were being brought here for? Isn't that
Listen,
all
as a
bards
bard-
do? Just sing?
Listen, as a bard, I fulfill many important roles within an adventuring
A
party.
magnanimous dispensation.
Look, people are already throwing money at me.
But that's not even at you. Look at your contract. Your contract states you will sing the recap.
The contract also states that I get a house and 3 hot meals.
Well, yes, those will be provided at the end of the contract.
At the end of the No.
Oh, yes. That's when it gets fulfilled.
It doesn't say upon fulfillment of the contract.
Yes, it does.
All right,
Look closer. Here, borrow my magnifying
I'm reading
glass.
it. You know what? I need an Azurius.
And zero mirror.
I'm not sure this is legal. Because for one thing, this wasn't written in Ravnica.
Well, no, it wasn't written in Ravnica, but you don't live in Ravnica. The house is going to be provided to you in Miraleth.
I already have housing in Miraleth.
No, unfortunately, that was actually demolished. That is in Article 1 of the contract. Upon signing, your present domicile will be demolished.
Wait a second. I don't even remember signing a contract.
Oh, but you did.
Oh, but I didn't.
And you see, it was signed with a proper blood binding seal, so unfortunately, you are bound by this.
Illegal.
You think blood can bind me? I've been bloodbound several times before. I've lost my soul and stolen it back, I'll mind you. I've also fought a dragon before. Destroyed the whole town. Didn't really go well.
Very, very rude.
Would you just get on with, your end of the contract already, The viewers are waiting.
All right, but I at least want to see Nim again.
You want to do what?
I want to see Nim again. He's my buddy. My little friend. Good boy.
Fine. You may see Nim again at some point.
All right, Moriarty is going to walk up to Cray's house and knock on the door.
Wow.
Well, Nim never answers the door. It's always Cray. So now you get to talk to yourself.
Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock.
Cray! Door!
All right. And Cray comes down and he gets the door and opens it up, and there's Moriarty. He's just like, hello? He squints at him. Do I know you? No, you don't! I'm here for Nim. Nim, it's one of your friends.
Friends?
Well, he asked for you by name, so I assume that means he's a friend.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, he's here to kill you, so be careful.
Oh, okay. Nim comes trotting out. Hello?
Hi!
Oh, who are you?
You don't... What?
Hi, I'm Nim.
Hi, Nim. I know you. We adventured together. I had my hand smashed.
Oh, right. You're that one.
Yeah, hi. How you doing?
And Nim is going to bite him.
Where exactly?
Back.
The hand.
Okay. The good one or the bad one?
The bad one. And Nim misses.
He pulls away. It's also better now. Right, I remember you too. But I wanted to say hello to you.
Well, hi.
Hi,
you
how
here
you
for
doing? Don't
dinner?
try to bite me. You're not suggesting on eating me now, are you?
Well, no. You're not dead yet. At least
Yeah,
you don't
I'm
smell dead yet.
You're not trying to kill me for dinner, are you?
No.
Crate pipes up. Probably not. Alright then. It's free food?
So what brings you here?
Oh, I just kind of happened upon this place.
Well, that's weird. I kind of did too. They keep telling me that this isn't, that our home doesn't exist, but it definitely does.
Oh, no, to them it doesn't. See, they're weird. Well, no, they're not really weird. They just exist on another plane of reality.
Yeah, that just sounds weird.
They are weird.
Well, anyways, here's
Anyways.
your dinner.
I feel called out.
Wait, you already have you already have it done?
Well, yeah. I was working on it when you showed up.
Oh, fair enough. Is it just the two of you here?
Well, there's others, but they don't live here. They're also weird. But Cray is nice.
Fair enough. Do you know a place where I can go play for an audience?
No.
I don't know why I was
Kratos?
expecting more of an audience.
Cray knows this place.
Craig glances back to him. Shrugs. There's a tavern on every corner. I mean, where is there? Especially in a big city like this.
I mean, if Cray says it, then it must be true.
I know that much is true. I just didn't want to go bar hopping like usual, you know?
Okay, yeah, you're not the Moriarty I know.
People change. Scary.
Why am I not the Moriarty you know?
Because the Moriarty I know was completely, and entirely ruined. His entire mind was just a shattered husk. And he would absolutely not pass up alcohol.
Huh. That's strange. I'm not often one for drinking. But that's
Must be
strange, though.
several
I
of
do
you.
remember my hand specifically getting smashed into a bunch of little bits.
Oh yeah,
And
that
being like a little
definitely
sack.
happened.
Yeah. So, I'm not different. I'm very confused here. Very confused. Anyways, we'll figure it out later.
Very
Good to see you again.
confused.
Good to see you again.
too.
Nice to know you're planeswalking and all that good stuff. But, anyways.
What?
Don't worry about it.
You don't. It's. If you'll figure it out. I did eventually.
And Silver is currently behind Moriarty, sniffing at his rear.
Moriarty's not sure how he feels about this.
Yeah, Silver says you smell weird.
I mean, thanks. I probably smell like magic and paprika.
Why paprika?
Wild magic. Who are you?
I don't know. I'm just a disembodied voice asking questions.
Fair enough. Well, it's nice to meet you, disembodied voice.
Oh, are you talking to Ceiling, Grandpa?
Is that what you
Oh.
call him?
Oh, no. It's fine.
Well, no, I don't know. I didn't hear him talking, but he's the closest we have to a disembodied voice. Ceiling, Grandpa, we got guest. A guest, you know.
Is it a nice one?
He's an old friend. Kinda.
Okay.
He kept calling me dog instead of wolf. He was mean. Actually, he was very mean.
I can't really tell the difference myself.
What's the difference between a dog and a wolf besides how you're trained?
There's a lot of differences. Wolves aren't
Listen, you're
usually
both on-
trained to be so obedient to you two-leggers.
That is
We have a
such
much
weird-
higher level of respect for the general balance of everything.
than dogs.
Oh yeah, they're just they're dumb.
Oh, I see. Wolves are dogs with superiority complex.
I am not a dog.
Well, yes, you have a superiority complex.
Sealand folk, I like you.
Well, anyways, if you want to play, there's a tavern down the street, I guess.
All right, let me know if you need more theatrics.
Okay.
And then Moriarty just summons a door, opens it up, and steps through it, and you see on the other side of the door is the tavern, and then closes it behind him, and the door disappears.
And there he goes.
Without singing a single word.
Oh no, he'll sing at the tavern.
Just that the tavern is filled with the viewers. So, take us away. All right.
Hello,
I really want
viewers.
the music paused.
Yes, it does help. So, a little ditty about Ravnica. Ravnica, city of magics, of wonders and more. Ravnica, what lays behind that coming door? The city of power, of guilds and of clans, a city that covers all of the lands, held by the guilds through and through. Now which one here calls to you? Ravnica, city of magics, of wonders and more. Ravnica, what lays behind that coming door? That's all I got for now.
I enjoy that.
Well, great, but we don't have any actual recap from that.
Yeah, no, I had a small amount of time and I was just trying to get a tune down.
Okay, I see.
When it comes to hit die, what are we doing there? Maximum, average, half? What are we doing?
I think it was the average. Basically,
Yeah.
just drag the class token onto your character sheet, and it'll take care of it.
Okay, so we do that as base. Q.
I like that you're called Corn because it makes me think of Corin.
Fire
Alright,
Emblem?
well, we'll go ahead and turn it over to Cray for the rest of the recap then.
Cray is sipping tea.
Lorp.
Like, the recap is we dealt with the tree for the fruit. We, what did we do?
We dealt with the tree we dealt with a tree with the help of one of Grams's superiors.
Right, there was a tree. I think there was something about a mission. I think the party split up.
Graham and Lockett basically figured out where the ruins are that contain the things that the bad guys want to get. We found some.
Gotcha.
And Loki was having a very awkward conversation with somebody else from his own guild. It's too bad Luck is not here to mention that.
Right, Lockitty's not here.
And Nim unearthed a spear from the ground, and Element took it and went to appraise
Oh
it.
yeah. Right, that was the spear that was like, don't hurt my boy.
Yeah, that's what it's inscribed in the spear.
Yep.
And we ended up with.
Oh yeah, Ceiling Grandpa moved in, and then we had a debacle with the Martin Taki and Taki network where they wanted to operate on my land, and I told them pay me. And that's kind of where we left off.
Yeah.
So yeah. Were we gonna like meet up somewhere?
Well, Element is returning to Craig's house after having spent 500 gold appraising the spear. Or javelin, rather.
Well,
Dusty, are you there?
DM, it's time. It's your time.
All right. Yes, you are correct. You identified everything about the spear.
And well, Element is just going back to Craig's house now.
Yep,
With-
everyone's coming back to the house. Bram, do you remember the results of your investigation?
Yes, we found the location of the ruins that would probably contain the black piece for the Golgari, I think
Hey.
it was.
Black piece, but yes. Because, with some deduction, it seems that the black mana may be the next one that is taken.
My
if
hamster
they
is getting
don't
antsy.
already have the
If we be
white ones.
adventurers, let us adventure.
Also, I will accept that influence as when you open the doors to walk inside of Cray's house, probably after a polite knock, a squirrel runs inside.
Question:
Yes.
does Element see Moriarty walking away from Cray's house? Oh no, he didn't walk. He just teleported to it. Never mind.
Yes.
Does enemy
No.
see him teleporting there? Like, does he see a fox and then suddenly there's no fox there?
Would you have, in fact, booked it back to Cray's house?
Element?
Sorry, ask the question again.
Would you have booked it back to Cray's house upon getting your spear identified?
Yes.
Then I'd say you do catch the sight of someone before they vanish.
Element blinks as he sees somebody and then there's nothing there for a moment. Was there somebody there? He asked himself. And he decides to just knock on the door.
Well, there, whatever it was, it's no longer present.
Elman rubs his chin. Must have been the wind.
It must have been the wind.
Yes, darn that indoor wind.
You get hit by an arrow. You can't find who it's from. Must have been the wind.
Is it the Stan arrow?
No.
Still very fun.
So, is that enough to kill the squirrel?
Let's see. You chomp down on it. You now have a dead squirrel.
Great! I got lunch! And he trots over to the kitchen with it.
Whoa. What is that sound effect from? I recognize it, but I can't remember where it was from.
Quack!
That is a chocobo quaying.
Yes! Chocobo!
Quack!
Anyways, Graham will arrive and be like, "Hi, people."
Greetings.
Hello.
So, with some very painful amounts of searching for things, Graham will shudder slightly, remembering how long it took to go over these goddamn maps. I think I might have figured out where the Seekers are gonna hit next.
Oh?
Yes, Graham will pull out the map of the Golgari area and point to it. There's a ruin around here.
So what do you suggest?
Well, we might want to investigate. And if we see the Seekers there, then either deal with them or inform the guild.
And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we would be informing our guilds about this. Don't you remember we're supposed to be keeping these things a secret? We're not even supposed to be investigating this stuff.
Excuse
The
me, sir?
fox has a point.
Excuse me? Hello. Why are you so cute?
Huh?
Excuse me, sir? Excuse me?
Oh no.
Hello. Why are you so cute?
Anyways,
Excuse me?
Graham will be like, so I mean, what do you suggest we gotta do something here. The guilds, I think, might be, I hope the guilds aren't like sticking their heads in the sand, but they also don't really work together that well. Least we can do is at least do some investigating for them.
I suppose so.
Strangely altruistic for you to stick your neck out like that, but fair enough.
Honestly, I'd rather do this than go into another endless night with the elite again. If something happens again. Ugh. I could barely sleep after that.
Graham is gonna just sigh and be like, "Fine, I'll go inform my guild then. Something's gotta be done. We can't just sit around and wait for these people to do whatever the fuck they're doing."
Sounds like a good idea.
And how do you
I-
know
I-
that they'll go after this particular relic?
Because we know that, for one thing, that they got all the white pieces. They're in bed with the Orzhov, so that means they probably had the black and white ones right off the bat. So why not go for all the white and then all the black?
True, but there could be other black ones around.
Yes, but unless you know where the Demir bed down, so we can look at a painful amount of maps to discover where that might be, this is the only lead we have.
True.
And the best bet of actually cutting them off.
That
so
is
we look for where this relic would be. Hope we find it, because if we don't, we have no leads. If we do find it, I assume we sit around and wait.
Meanwhile, Nim is bringing out several plates of food. It's a herb crusted small cubes of squirrel meat in a cream sauce alongside noodles and carrots and peas. Only Elemin and Nim's and Silver's dishes have the squirrel meat. The other two are free of those for Cray and Graham.
Graham shall thank Nim and eat.
Element Repetition. Name what kind of meat is this? I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Oh, it's the squirrel that I just killed.
Element Blinks.
Yeah, the one you let in.
Oh, wait, the one I let in? When did that happen?
When you walked in the door?
I don't remember seeing any squirrel walking with me. That's weird.
You didn't notice me attack and kill it and take it off to the kitchen to cook up?
No.
Element, it was very much described.
He might not have been paying attention.
Yeah, which is a problem.
I didn't think that was happening in front of me. Yeah, that was my bad. I heard the description. I just didn't think that was happening in front of me. Oh, right. Okay, I think I remember now. Well, Enemy is going to taste it with a bit of hesitation.
I mean, I rolled a 17. 10 would be average, so it's definitely above average. Wouldn't be a quite 5-star rating, you know, but at least about 3, maybe 4.
It's better than fast food, but not as good as, like, a proper restaurant's meal.
No, it's on par with it's on par with, like,
I said a better
Denny's
restaurant.
or something like that.
Something cheap and filling.
Yeah. Still tasty.
Enemy enjoys it.
I actually have a book all about cooking in D&D.
Now that I think about it, how would Enemy's usual food thingy would be, since the borders are very military-like? Would they be really simple, or would he have regular food?
Ration.
would probably have like mass. It wouldn't be quite rations because I'm not sure Ravnica would be making that, but it'd basically be like ye olden days rations. So basically, like any food that like they basically cobble together that with it's not great. Probably it's just stuff that they can make in bulk.
Is that right? Is that right, Riddle?
Rations.
Okay. Elemi enjoys this is better than what he usually gets to eat.
Hello, hello. Sir
Eating.
Wolf, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
I think I wrote.
Well,
the
when
notes of
Graham
what your
is
name
done
was.
eating, since the party
Nim,
that is
Nim.
currently here doesn't really seem super interested in figuring
Okay,
out what the.
Graham,
Sorry.
Red Mite's been trying to talk.
Okay.
I'm wondering if the psychic link is working. Hello.
Hello.
Sir Wolf, can you hear me? He doesn't seem to be responding. Perhaps.
You are somehow. It's a little faint, but you are hearing the sounds of munching, of him slurping up noodles and such. It's very faint, but somehow that sound is what's coming through the psychic link.
Is he consuming something? Sir Wolf, can you hear me? I don't remember your name. I had it written down somewhere in one of my notes. You do realize you can use your mind to speak to me?
Oh yeah!
His mind is thinking of food.
His mind is
Perhaps
fully
I'm giving
focused
too
on the
much credit
food.
to his mental prowess. Well, if you can hear me, I am arriving in perhaps 5 minutes to your established dwelling with news of the appointment.
Oh great! I'll make a dish for you.
That is unnecessary.
He already cut off the psychic connection and is going to the kitchen to make another plate. Without telling anybody else why.
Nim, where are you going?
Make more food for the guests coming.
What guess?
I don't know. He just told me he was coming into my head.
The otter that put the telepathic worm in Nim's head.
Oh, yes, that guy.
What does he want? Because I got things to do.
And so,
Nim's already
just
at,
as he said,
in
in
the kitchen.
5 minutes, you hear the...
So
Wolf,
Nim
I am
is...
at the entrance of your dwelling. I would like permission to enter.
Cray! Someone's at the door! Silver is howling.
Gray gets up and casually walks to the door and opens it.
And you see the Rashan once again. He looks to Cray and bows softly, then pauses for a moment. And
Gray steps aside and gestures him in.
He goes in. He said, "Thank you. Thank you." So,
The door behind him.
I'm looking for. He gently peeks into his robe, just Nim.
Nim is now coming out of the kitchen, carrying a plate, perfectly balanced on top of his head. How he got it up there, who knows, but it's perfectly balanced. It's a little cold, but it's still very filling and very tasty.
I told you this was unnecessary. I don't need sustenance.
No, I had to. It is proper to give your guests a treat. To feed them.
Elemi is going to
Why?
interject. I think it's better you don't question his methods. It's just gonna prolong the interactions.
Why not? His mind is pretty fascinating despite its borderline insanity. It is something I wish to study pretty closely. But that's for another time. He would not continue until I consume this, isn't he?
Element nods.
Very well. So he grabs the food and he, with both hands, just mashes it into a ball. It's like mash, mash, mash.
Nim is looking at it in horror.
Then he opens his mouth slowly as some weird slug thing comes out and just takes it into his throat. Ugh.
Element blinks at what he just witnessed.
I'll process this later. But I do have business to go to. Do you remember the appointment that you wished for this? With a certain Runesable card?
Yes.
No,
It
I
is
don't
done.
remember
And
this.
you can see him as soon as you wish.
All right. Let's
Who is
go.
it?
Well, I'm ready to go.
Would you be the only one accompanying me?
I have no idea.
Oh, I'm coming too.
I'll come
Actually,
along.
it would
I
be
put an
beneficial
image
for
in
Cray and him
Discord.
to come as well, since you are interested in, evolution.
I've put an image in Discord showing roughly what corn looks like.
Well, if everyone else is going, I see no reason not to attend.
So that's why his name is Corn, or nickname is Corn.
Well,
He looks-
Nim is going to go
Oh, I
along
like
as
him.
well as Silver.
So I guess we're all coming, except our missing friend at the moment.
Indeed.
Excellent. Do keep in mind he's a bit passionate and eccentric, so keep that in mind within your interactions. But I see your colorful band here already is pretty used to that. Very well. Follow me. And he turns around and just starts leading the way.
And shall follow.
Element follows.
1 second.
I have shared the image of Corn in the tabletop image channel on the Discord.
My hamster is getting antsy.
Yeah.
If we be adventurers,
What
let
happened?
us adventure.
Now, I assume if I have the skill nature, that would cover gardening, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Cool.
I would imagine so.
It sounds like it, but I am not entirely sure, to be honest. Okay, so Rishon takes him to the edge of the guild's territory, around the to where a lot of they almost look like apartment complexes in a sense, like a studio apartment in a sense. It's very honestly pretty boring and mundane. But there it is. It's literally just he waves at it and just sighs and is like, "Can you believe the man resides in here?" It's as if he wants his creativity to just be drained. Not only that, there's just no protecting his assets and studies and experiments.
It looks like a normal place to me.
Exactly. Who would want
Sometimes
to
the
be in
best
such a
way
place?
to protect yourself is obscurity.
Perhaps so.
Yeah,
I wonder if he comes for a dull mind too. Nah, not him. Come on, let us go say hi. So Rishon takes him to the studio's entrance and knocks on the door.
The door is
Sybil,
already
you're in there.
somewhat open. Hey, I'm working!
It's your appointment, Sybil. We talked about this before.
Do they have meat?
Yes, one of them has plenty of meat.
Bring them in! I will see them now!
Excellent. Very well, everyone step in and watch your step. And other extremities. I suggest you don't touch anything. As Rishon walks in.
Noted. Element walks in behind Rishon.
Graham will follow in behind Element.
In this laboratory, or laboratory air quotes, it looks like a butcher shop with things on tables or just hanging from walls. Various body parts of anything and everything. The floor is a congealed mess. You would need to dig to find the original flooring. And inside you see a shortish raccoon man wearing large goggles, a coat, gloves, and currently a hacksaw and a small scalpel in the other hand, who turns towards the group and proudly announces himself, "My name is Runseran Khan. To what do you need from me? Do you have business for me?"
Yeah, we're
do.
here to speak about one of your customers.
I have customers, yes. Which one?
An Orzov one, and he'll describe the man.
Yes, I do business with that man. He buys smaller monsters. He pays for them and brings me material. Then he asks for the leash. Leash is harder to do, but it is fine enough.
Indeed, it is the hardest part.
Well, yes. We need to ask you some questions about if you know things like what he was up to.
What he was up to? Purchasing chimeras?
Most of the time we operate in the don't ask policy in our creations. Whatever you do with them is at your own volition most of the time. I wouldn't be surprised if was the case.
Let us see. I have sold him 4 chimeras in total. However,
hang on, real quick. Out of character. Did Morath kill him? I think he did.
Cora killed a man that had the thing on a leash, but you weren't sure if it was him because why would he be doing his own collection runs?
Alright, Graham will be like, so does he pick up these chimeras or do you deliver them someplace?
He sent someone with the money. And the instructions? No, I do not do it myself. However, let us see.
See, this is why I tell you need some form of assistant. Your mind is all over the place, Rutsubel.
I've got it! The buyer! You want the buyer's name?
Yes.
His name is Felix Garcello.
I see.
However, you are a strange group, yes? Very, healing oriented, yes?
What was that last word?
You are a group that is killing oriented, yes?
Graham will be like, we have been known to occasionally.
Do you have, spare parts? Maybe we could do a little business here?
No, we don't.
They did manage to kill one of your chimeras with poison, despite its high resistance to it. Very
Nim,
impressive.
don't you have a few parts among you?
If I recall, Sir Wolf tends to be very interested in body parts. Almost as a great fascination as us.
I don't think your fascination is the same as his, but it's I suppose it is the same concept.
Looks
I
at
like
Nim.
to cook them.
Same. In different ways.
Cook and
Different
eat.
forms.
Fuck. You cook the meat?
Oh, yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's what I told him. It's the same I thought. Same time.
I cannot animate cooked meat.
Well, I don't want to animate it. It goes into my belly and helps me keep it being animated.
You step forward. Would you like to be a chimera?
This one has many inclinations to do so.
Would you
I
like
wanna
perhaps
be a
a
wolf.
second head?
No. This one wants wings. And vibrating.
Wings, you say?
Oh, yeah, wings and fire breath would be great.
I will need
Oh, 1 second.
certain organs from a creature that breeds it. Preferably something in your size, but I can do larger. May take delicate operations, but I believe it could be feasible. You seem like a very interesting creature.
Okay, back.
What creature it could is named size that breathes fire? I've never heard of any creature like that.
Well, I could make one and then kill it for the American. I would have to raise it at accelerated growth, yes.
Hmm.
Perhaps
Fantastic.
young chimera.
Hmm. But the wolf is an adult, though.
Organ may continue to grow inside. Maybe not chimera.
Hmm. You do know that. You did mention a griffin, correct? In a sense?
Griffin wing.
They are very
Hey.
If
close.
you did something
see?
from a fire-breathing thing, I guess we're gonna go hunt a dragon. I want to eat
Dragon is
dragon.
too. You know what? If you kill a dragon, I will put as many parts of it onto you as you want. Just if you live.
Indeed.
Okay.
Good luck with that, you crazy bastard. Anyway,
Graham will look at
Nim is turning around to leave.
I
Nim.
think not.
There aren't any dragons.
But one of
I
the
mean,
guild
there-
people.
there
you
is,
That was a
kill
big red
him.
one.
there is that one, but you're not going to win. Jesus Christ, man.
There's a lot of dragons in the world.
It would be very interesting to
There,
see that.
there are not.
There are a
The-
lot of
the
dragons
closest-
in the world.
The closest thing we have to dragons is wyverns. They're kind of like a cousin to a dragon.
I've
To
had
note that
wyvern
I
meat.
think the
It's
wolf
not a,
does have
I-
some kind of
I-
psychological damage.
I don't know if that's as good as dragon.
You cannot go and try to kill that dragon. You will cause chaos.
Actually, I think I can.
No, you
Good.
I could absolutely go try.
Yes. Yes, you could.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Nim.
Imagine if of his success.
Then again, maybe instead of fire, I could breathe lightning. Or
Now that's an
both!
interesting challenge. Oh.
Zim, what is it with you and
Dual
lightning?
breath.
Seems he really wishes for truly be a chimera.
No, I want to be a wolf.
Ah, yes. You keep saying that.
To put on these things, I may need to size you up. Are you open for transplant of mass and muscle?
He is. He already told me he wanted to. He even gave me already
Great.
his
We're
genetic
going to
material
need
for
to
it.
make you very big. Very, very big.
Oh.
All right,
Size
this was the guy
handsome.
who could do modifications, wasn't it?
Yes. I am
Right.
Root Saber Khan. If you have coin and parts, I shall turn you into the most wonderful creature.
Right, I wanted to get the ability to fly.
Good.
Ah,
Everyone
yes,
give
the
me a
Kenku.
perception.
I could steal wings off
hold-
an Arakakra if you want.
What was
What was
that?
that?
What was that, Jaffer?
Corn is trying to sneak into the room. Does anyone see him?
Yes. However, well roll perception, because people aren't looking towards the door at the moment. They're very, very much watching Mr. Principal Cover. Who is very happy.
That's the
that
natural
he's not
20
finding
on
it.
stealth, so I'm pretty
Oh,
sure no one
no.
sees him.
No.
Actually, I mean, technically speaking, you cannot crit a skill check.
Well, that and unfortunately, it's against everyone's passive perception at the moment. So,
Yeah.
unless someone has expertise, I doubt.
My passive perception is 14.
How do you know your passive perception?
It's in your senses, right above your AC.
Mine's just a 12. So.
Oh, 11.
Now,
Yes.
if Nim,
No one's going to have a 23.
Now, if Nim had met Korn before, then Korn would have no chance because Nim would just automatically recognize him. But
He didn't automatically recognize Moriarty.
well, yeah, he did. He just you know.
He just like chose to ignore your existence. Or attempt to.
Ah, Corn, there you are. Very good. I was needing those. I was needing those levers.
Good
Thank you.
leads.
Very timely as always.
I have the requested parts for you.
Very good. Yes, very good. I have new job for you. This one may take a while though.
Yes.
That dog there is going to try to kill our guild leader. When he dies, I need you to bring back the body. What's left of it.
Hey, I call dibs on his
No,
brain.
I.
You can have the body, but the
No.
brain belongs to me.
No. It is mine.
Do
But
all
not when
they?
you are dead.
Nim
Yeah,
just
it belonged to
casually
us.
looking over the fact that they called him a dog because they're talking about dissevering his body parts.
And anyway, all right. This man is going to try to fight our guild.
Jaffer,
Can I
you're
be
a bit
Whoever
quiet.
dies, bring the body here.
Can I be going to look?
Brains, give
Hold
me the
on,
brains.
Guys, Jaffer was trying to say something.
He's gonna turn to Nim. Do you have the skills or appendages to dissect the guild master?
I can absolutely take him apart to cook him. I'll butcher him up.
Enemy is going to look towards Graham K and ask them, why are they so nonchalant about Nim trying to kill their guild leader?
Because if you haven't noticed, they're pretty sure he's not going to succeed. I'm pretty sure he's not going to succeed. It's just gonna end with him dead.
I know, but if somebody were to try to kill one of the angels, I'd be insulted.
But if you knew for sure that they weren't going to win, would you be worried about it? The danger of the Seekers is far greater than the danger of Nim to Is It.
I suppose you're right. Their reactions just seem so bizarre to me.
Anyways, if this guy if this guy can't give us a name,
I mean, he did.
He did.
Yeah, he said it was Felix or something.
Yes.
Okay.
As you guys are discussing, Corn is just gonna go. If the speaker of Simic were to be murdered, a replacement would fill.
Well, if you need a replacement for him, I will take his place.
What?
Also,
What?
Wow, I have
If
not
I
laughed
kill
like that
him,
in
then I
quite
take
a
his
bit.
place.
also, Nim isn't
Psychological
the isn't the leader of the Simic. He's the leader of the Is It.
Oh,
Yes.
Simic.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They're guild leader, but still pretty sure that the chances about there. You know, there might be
Go
sun
for the
enough
eyes,
to
Pooh.
say
Go
yes.
for
So
the eyes.
sure, of course, that's how it.
Graham is just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna leave now so I can start looking where to find this Felix guy.
No, don't leave.
He is ours now.
All of these are potential customers, Runcible. I have already talked to quite a few of them, especially him. He needs some convincing, though.
Which one?
The
Yes,
small
the
one,
others.
the rabbit.
Yes. Would you like? What do you?
He wishes to be taller.
Yes.
He does not wish to speak of it, but I
Fine
can
length.
see it in his mind.
Yes, this can be done.
Graham is like,
We
I
have
do not wish to be.
influence.
I do not wish to be taller.
Return then. Odd request, but I can do it. I can make you a dwarf rabbit.
Ooh. A sizable
I like
upgrade.
being me. Thank you very much.
But you can be
But I'm not
better.
saying you are not you. You're just you plus.
Exactly.
As much as I'd like to be tall enough to wield a greatsword, I am perfectly fine with how I am.
Then we just bulk up your arms and overall muscle mass.
That's
You'll be done. Make you stronger.
that's not how
faster.
it works. A greatsword is bigger than me.
That.
And
It's a matter of handling, not of actual ability to carry.
Bravo-san.
they are limiting their scope of imagination. Nonetheless, they are potential clients, but they
Al-
are.
al- Also,
I was the one who
also
got them
prefer
first,
to
so
remain
remember that.
as cute as I am now.
Oh, I mean, I didn't quite see it quite like that, but if you say so, sure, why not?
Yeah. Uh, agreed. Uh-huh.
Anyway, is anyone else of potential interest? I'm going to put wings on the Kenku, the dog, and what about you?
He is a wolf. He is
I'm
Yeah.
a wolf.
Wolf.
Also, my wolf friend needs wings too.
3
Two.
wings. Oh, I'm going to have to put many.
And I want lightning breath and fire breath.
Okay.
Quite demanding. I
Nim,
like
you
it.
know you have to have enough money to make this happen, right?
We shall put it on the docket, and you shall have the organs for me of the corresponding creatures that you think would be a successful transplant. However, if you get other parts, I wouldn't mind putting them towards the down payment.
I can pay with
I'm not-
service. I will cook for you.
Uh, Anyway, so about those. Oh yes, before I forget, I do other things. Since not everyone is super keen on the body modifications or the purchasing, there are other things I can do with the zippers if you're so willing. Would you perhaps like a chimera skin studded leather?
I'm sorry, what did you say? You kind of broke up there when you got low.
I could provide you, if you still had the bounty, studded leather made of chimera skin. Very good stuff. Very strong.
Ah, yes. I can vouch for his craftsmanship in that regard. His biological, passionate man, but this is art. No takers. How about you, Foxman?
Let me shake that. I'm not interested, thank you.
No, but it is equipment made from powerful creatures to enhance yourself. Not in the biological sense, but more in the mundane. Not much my style and expertise, but it would be more to your suiting.
Oh. Okay, I'm actually kind of interested. What are you talking about right now?
Well, I would let Crucible Card to explain more of that. It is not of my expertise, unfortunately.
And I mean, looked at the constable and asking about what Richard just spoke about.
I'm back
So
from
cool.
my interruption.
Oh, my bad.
Anyway.
I was telling them about the things you can make of mundane nature from fantastical creatures.
Yes.
Equipment and whatnot.
So
More of
many
your
things-
expertise.
So many things go to waste. I can make a bone rapier. Yeah, I need a very strong bone, but I believe you would find it rather exotic.
A what rapier?
A
Sorry.
bone rapier. Very sharp. May have some properties of the creature it was belonging to previously. Think about it. Or perhaps arrows made of monster teeth, very unique, might have poison.
Do you
Graham will
have
be like, maybe later, but we do currently have things to do, or at least I do.
Speaking
Okay, keep my card.
of,
I'm.
when is my next dose to be delivered?
Jaffer, you're very quiet.
Sorry, I'm
I can hear him.
trying to add hisses into. be
It,
more
it, it,
non-alike.
it's not that we can't hear him, it's that he's very low and it's hard to hear him.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Quiet.
Is this better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, very much.
Alright, so I was saying, speaking of poisons, sir, when is my next dose due?
Ah, yes. Let's see. I have a poison.
Out of curiosity, what do you mean by dose?
Corn will sort of open his mouth and you'll see two nice big fangs in there.
You need to refill those.
No, I sell my venom to repay my debt.
Oh, you're using your Venos as payment.
Truly enviable trait. If only I had such things like that.
He
I
will
wish I could
pull
sell.
out 2 jars with corks on the top that seems just rather soft. Okay, here you are.
Corn will take them and just sort of bite into them and sort of sit there, letting his venom drip in.
I hope he's paying you well,
Excellent.
otherwise this looks incredibly inefficient.
He's gonna sort of give you a bit of a sideways glance, but not actually do anything, as well. His mouth is full.
How much do you pay him for that poison?
I pay 3 gold a bottle.
Yeah, it's not terrible. What's his debt?
Eh. Not quite for me to say.
What if I wanted to purchase it from you?
I'm not his debt holder. I'm merely an employer. He
Fair enough.
frequently uses his service. He is a very excellent delivery. He brings me parts and doesn't care much for reputation.
He is quite skilled.
Yes, I am. I made a disgrace here, but
Graham will be like, I'm surprised if he has a.
a.
Sorry. Graham will cut in and be like, I'm surprised if he has a debt he hasn't turned to adventuring. Adventuring, despite its dangers, is typically super lucrative.
Hence why I said what he's doing right now is so inefficient.
After filling both vials, Corn will hand them back. Adventuring is dangerous.
When done without...
Which is why you don't do it alone.
It seemed like a very strange but unequally lucrative move. Say, you wouldn't mind taking my boy. The debt is no good, but I believe once he is done, he will have many valuable parts to bring over.
Indeed. And if any of his compatriots perish, more parts for us, correct?
Course.
Excellent.
Graham would just be like, yeah, I hope you guys don't try to use my body because I'm not sure the Selesnya will be happy with you doing that kind of things to my body.
Selesnya, you
never,
say?
never.
Oh.
Of course
Oh,
not.
dear.
Of course not.
So let me guess. You're in debt to the Orzhov?
Yeah.
Ah. Is anyone ever in debt to anyone else outside of the Orzhov these days?
Hardly.
No, because they're the bank.
I recently got out of one debt, and I am, seeking jobs as well. Which is why I've contacted you.
Now the curiosity comes, did they trick you out of your money, or was it simply poor foresight?
When I arrived in this plane, I
No one
had.
knows about planes.
I thought we were allowed to be planeswalkers.
We are, but
No one.
most of the party doesn't
You can't.
understand
Yeah,
it.
no,
Okay.
they don't. You're talking
Okay.
gibberish, just
Okay.
like Nim talking about
Yeah.
being in another world, and we're just
With
like,
I
more
arrived in the
no.
dragons.
Nim is
When I
technically a
arrived in-
planeswalker, but doesn't know about it.
When I arrived in this city, I had nothing. They allowed me to survive.
Wait, I arrive in this city. There's stuff outside the city?
As we say, because the city covers the entire plane.
Yeah.
Told you there
That's
were
what-
other places here.
But there's
Speaking
not.
of the
There
wildlands
are.
outside.
There's
They are
lots
still
of
part of the
places
city.
at other cities.
There's one city. It's called Ravnica.
You're just dumb.
Oh,
Okay,
Magical
go
desert.
forth and go find this other city, Nim. Then when you find it, you can come back here, tell us, and bring us to this city that's not Ravnica.
Graham, no, he will actually go and try and do that.
It would be interesting to see what he turns up, though.
It would, but
Graham is just like, at this point, I can't. He's constantly going on about these things. So
Perhaps there's
let him
some
find
merit to
out
it.
for himself.
I mean,
well, apparently,
rarely do other people dream of other cities. Yet these people talk about it as though it's something normal.
apparently our snake friend actually comes from outside the city. So maybe there is something outside. So maybe there's is
Or
something
he's
outside?
also crazy because again, there's only Ravnica. You could walk literally around the entire world is covered by the city.
well, and the Gruul, but we don't count them.
Perhaps we should
Maybe
allow the
examine his
individual
brain.
to speak for themselves. He says, looking back to Korn.
The great sandy desert. As far as you could see. Yeah.
I can't understand what you're saying, Jaffer.
Yeah, it's super quiet.
Sorry.
You need to give your snake guy more projection.
Was the great sandy desert. As far as you could see.
Much better.
There's deserts in Ravnica, but guess what? They're still part of Ravnica and turned into a city.
I've never been to the desert before, though.
Rabbit is correct. There is deserts around here. Part of the city.
Even the parts that are wilderness are still part of the city.
Hmm.
Perhaps I have two brains to examine at some point.
Well, if you would
Fascinating.
like, I could look into purchasing your debt, giving you some proper work.
If you wish to purchase me, I would serve you to the best of my skills.
Graham will just be like, hold on. How much is your debt, and how are you not initiated into the Orzhov whenever you were in their debt?
Slight retcon, I actually, it's not Orzhov he's in debt to, it's a Simic official.
Oh,
My apologies for that.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm literally still building the backstory as I'm role-playing it, so...
Gotcha.
No problem.
okay.
Alright.
That makes more sense because the Orzhov would have been like, "We own you now. Welcome to the religion."
Welcome to the family.
He's more a slave to a Simic official, is probably the closer way.
That's still better than the Orzhov.
It's debatably worse. He could get experimented on.
Indeed, he could be drafted into the Guardian program.
I
which is
don't
quite an
know
honor
what
sometimes.
my debt is currently at. I would need to speak with my master.
Who is your master? I'll take care of it.
Hmm.
Give me a sec.
Hey, what?
I'm from the Azurius Senate. I can pull strings.
I'm just pulling up a name. Give me a second.
Cray. How come? Why? How come you're talking about buying him his debt off? Why got you so interested?
That seems very strange to me too, because that you're usually kind of a tightwad, unless there's something in it for you. I don't think the Azurius really. I don't know.
My
What are you talking about?
master
Do charity.
is Dr. Otravak.
I see. Excellent.
I'm just curious to know what got Cray so interested all of a sudden.
Well,
Yeah,
this-
that's. What are you gonna get out of this?
Perhaps the quality of the product? He is, or at least is a product of the Simic.
He's with the Azurius. I'm not sure he's allowed to own a slave.
He is a product. He can own them. Just like the Chimeras, the Krogs, the Krages.
I need to look something up.
all of
Is-
which are significantly less sentient than this person.
No, if he is drafted in the Guardian project, he is available for purchase, depending on his complexity. And Invincible has mentioned his expertise and skills, so he is
I've
quite a
picked up
product to
many
purchase.
trades to pay rent.
Oh, hold on. I'm doing some lookup. Question.
Element is going to interject what you said. The Guardian Project. What is that?
Is that what you're looking for?
Hmm?
Sorry, talking to... Actually, I think I sent it to the wrong person. Yes.
And Element is talking is asked Rishan a question.
Oh, my bad. Say that again.
Element just asked Rishan what is the Guardian program?
Oh. It is, well, as you would think, is it's mostly when they subject creatures, enhancing them through evolution to create creatures for adaptation for combat situations, perhaps tasks, mostly hybrids of a specific specimen. Although the Simic do like to keep them for themselves, some of them are available for purchase.
And let me not.
They tend to be great forms of what's the word I'm looking for? Showing your work.
I see. So much stuff I have yet to learn about this world. I never heard of this. I've never heard of this program before.
If you haven't interacted with the Simic, you might not know.
Hey, son. The food is almost done.
They do take volunteers, always.
Hmm. What was your name again? He says to the snake.
My full name is Quetzalcoatl.
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 Quetzalcoatl. Quaint.
Most just call me Corn.
Why?
Because I am a corn snake? I think.
That'd be like me calling him Fox. Or that one Rabbit. That's boring.
Is a rabbit though. He is a corn snake.
Yeah, Jaffer, you're gonna need to just... You might need to just drop the voice. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
It was
I'm
really
trying to roleplay it.
soft.
That's too bad. I can hear it, and I like it.
I like it too, but
It's just so hard to hear, like, actually make out what he's saying, though. Unless, like, I do nothing but focus on listening to what he's saying.
And
I have
everybody
no
talking...
problem following it.
I think I've increased my output to its maximum level. Is that any better?
I've got
Yeah.
you on max volume myself. I've had you there, but you're just... Compared to everybody else...
Oh, that's too bad.
okay, I like the voice too. But if Sync can hear it, that it is a problem.
I mean, I can hear, but it's also... Like I've got the music very quiet, but the music is almost threatening to overpower him when he's talking.
To be fair,
Oh, maybe that's why, because I don't have the music on.
yeah, that's probably that's probably what the problem is. Then is that you have the music on, we don't have that. That's why we can hear him.
Alright, I've just increased all my volumes to maximum.
You sound very crisp right now.
In your normal tone, it's not... I mean, I don't really notice much of a difference. But when you're trying to roleplay the voice, it's just too soft. Too quiet.
Maybe you just need to make his voice a little bit more coarse, or something like that.
Like I said, I could just use more projection. Like if you're like, yes, I like that, yes.
It's supposed to be a shy, submissive voice.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's a
I felt
slave.
that.
You can project that and try to make it like more monotone, like yes.
That sounds so sinister, though.
It does sound sinister, but he already sounds sinister to me.
Sinister snake.
Snack.
He's a sinister snake.
Mhm.
Anyways,
I return.
hexaquadal.
Welcome back.
Just in time.
Yes, just in time.
It was
Yes.
hexaquadal, right?
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. Very well. Isn't that like Aztecan?
Yes,
Yes.
that's the
Yep.
wing. That's the wing god. That's the wing god of the sun, I believe.
Yeah, the winged serpent of Aztec myth, who was also known to. Oops, where is that? No, give me a moment. I copied the wrong thing.
And the Aztecs thought the ships were him. That's why they let the Spanish just do terrible things to them.
To be fair, they were doing terrible things to the other tribes themselves. So
Yeah, he was also known as the god of learning, science, and agriculture.
Ironic.
You're acting like this is new information to me. I knew about Quetzalcoatl's connection to corn.
Everything goes full circle.
That's not what I meant, but okay.
And a Simic scientist. I chose this as best I could.
I got it.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Quetzalcoatl, and I posted that, the actual how you spell the name in the chat.
Oh, I know how you spell that name. I've seen it many times.
But people call him Corn for ease.
Anyways, Grandma Blake. Well, anyways, I got some things to investigate, so I'm gonna go.
Yep, and I need to get out of the city and find the edge.
Fine. Rule territory doesn't count. Just so we're clear.
Don't forget the body
Okay.
parts.
What about my wings?
I'll have to acquire sufficient parts first, so I may have to put a hit out on some Erica. Unfortunate, but that's how it goes in the city.
I'd prefer if you peruse the local morgues. It also may be
Before
much
Graham
cheaper.
leaves, he's like, "Weren't you gonna get like muscle enhancement so you could just use your wings to fly?"
That
No, yeah.
could work, maybe.
I mean, I thought I was just kind of like boosting my own wings. Yeah.
Oh
that was
no,
the
I was
suggestion I
going to
gave.
take them from a more flight-inclined bird, like Arakakra.
No, that would be for the wolf.
Right. Yes. Okay.
You
Must.
leave the you
I-
leave the biological things to me.
I would prefer to just use my own wings to fly.
Yes, I see. The
But I
small
don't-
misunderstanding. Me.
I do not
I-
mind enhancing my own wings to fly.
Okay. I thought you wanted whole new set of wings crafted onto.
No.
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
That's the
Makes-
wolf. He wants wings.
Very existing wing modification. And that down. You don't use your wings for fighting, yes?
I do.
I see. Yes. Keep original functionality then. Yes.
He nods.
Okay. I can work with this. Yeah. Just got to maybe remap muscle. Yes. Shift bone density. This can be done. This- Not ostrich bone, like eat or bone. Yes. Okay.
Perhaps you should all go now, and I will speak to my colleague
Yeah,
about the clients I brought.
Yeah, he seems to be in a trance, thinking of what he could do. This
Indeed.
may take a while.
The bird gives a
Indeed.
nod. The bird gives a nod and starts to walk out, and then glances to Corn. Expect a letter soon. And then he continues to walk.
Invincible, you're not taking my business. I brought you this. I deserve some of it.
Of course, yeah.
Your remnants will not remove me from this.
Of
Just
course.
to see.
Yes.
And
Go ahead.
I require the currency as well. Can I complete my masterpiece without it?
Enemy is going to walk out as well.
I imagine most of the party is leaving at this point, since the Invincible's sort of dominating.
Ray
And
is heading home.
Korn will be following Zim.
You mean Nim?
Yeah, Nim.
Yeah, and then Rishon will
Sorry,
stay with
roommate
Invincible.
just got home. What's up?
Korn is going to be following Nim because that was his last instructions, was to follow you, and when you attempt to kill the guild leader, hold the body back.
Okay. Nim is going out to the street and walking in one direction.
You guys, I think he may actually try and go fight the dragon. Should we try and stop him?
Here,
I'm done trying to stop him from doing dumb things. I've explained to him that Nim isn't a bad dragon, and that he's crazy powerful, and he just doesn't want to believe it. So, best case scenario, Nim Nizzit kicks his ass and lets him live. Worst case scenario, he gets eaten by a dragon. The ultimate irony.
The ultimate irony.
Actually, Nim's goal right now is to leave Ravnica.
Yeah,
because that's what he was told to. That's what he was told to do. Go find proof.
Yep, and so he might be gone for a very long time.
If you may excuse yourself from the campaign, please roll up a new character.
And apparently Cord is too.
Oh no, but he just
no.
No, Corn won't be.
No, Corn is going with Nim.
Until Korn receives instructions from his actual,
Don't worry.
master.
Korn probably has a telepathic worm, so as soon as you buy off his debt from the doctor, then he'll come back.
It's Dr.
And be your slave, Mr. Azurius.
It's not slavery, it's indentured servitude.
Which is slavery.
No! One you can get out of, the other you can't.
He's got a point.
Slaves were freed on occasion. They could essentially buy their own freedom, but guess what? It just took them literally forever.
Yeah. Indentured servitude is just, a debt.
It is called indentured servitude.
Yeah.
The difference between slavery and indentured servitude is slavery they don't have to let you buy out your whatever it is.
Why are we having this conversation?
Yeah,
Because
good question.
apparently they're arguing about what's what. Indentured servitude, the whole thing is once you work off your debt, you're free.
Yeah, Graham is just like, yeah, no, they're basically the same thing.
Okay, if that's what you believe.
Just because one's slightly more hopeful doesn't
Well,
make
you
it
can
not
believe,
slavery.
you can be wrong.
Well, again, it doesn't seem like this man has any say. He can't be like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else to pay off my debt. It's just, you do exactly what I tell you to. Like, he has very little room for free will.
I mean, he's currently a slave, and Cray is attending to give him the indentured servitude. It's an upgrade, I suppose.
Right.
A free upgrade at no charge to you, except for what you already owe.
Graham is just gonna leave to go talk to his guild because the party doesn't want to go deal with the ruins and the seekers.
No one said we didn't want it.
You basically did. You're like, why would we do that? Why would we go at least investigate what these people are doing at this place?
No, he said, what do we do? He asked for your plan of action, and you gave him nothing, so he assumed you're incompetent.
No, he said we go there and figure out if they're there to begin with, what they're planning, and either we deal with them ourselves, or if they're too strong to deal with ourselves, we inform the guilds. So...
Right, and if there's nothing?
Well, then we have to find a different lead.
Alright, fair enough.
Craig gives a thumbs up. Or wing up.
Yeah,
But everyone else was just like, well, why would we do that? We don't want to do that.
Dragged at JPEG.
Informing the guilds could have potential clash, but
yeah, that's
that's why Graham didn't want to go this route. But like the party was just like real reluctant to get involved in dealing with the seekers at this potential site. So he's not really saying much other.
No, Element specifically talked about that we shouldn't tell our guilds about this because we're not supposed to be investigating this stuff. That's what I meant to say.
Alright, so Graham and Element. Who else wants to go with Graham to go investigate this area in the Golgari part of the city?
Ray would make a request that he stop at his house first and then join you guys.
What do you need to go to your house for?
I need to pick something up, obviously.
What?
Something. He just squints.
You're not getting it. I don't think you're getting any more than that, Graham. I think it's a reasonable request.
Everyone roll perception checks.
Hearing or sight-based?
Sight-based.
Okay.
Double checking. Do we have a healer in the party?
Sort of.
Not dedicated. Element can heal, and
we have two soft healers. Basically, me and Element can heal, but neither one of us are like dedicated to it.
Lock it. Oh,
well,
wait,
not
no,
today,
he's a
but
fighter.
yeah.
Never mind.
Okay. Well, I guess that solves exactly what the feat I'm taking is. Healer.
Wow, Graham is not perceptive.
Wow.
He's just super annoyed.
Well,
right.
Look at these dice. 3, 14, 14, 3, 14. What the heck?
15.
Right. Ray, Sylv, and Cord Cray and Silver, you see a very familiar figure walking past you towards that studio apartment that you were just coming out of.
Is it
Ford, you
kobold?
see a strange kobold.
Kobold bastard man?
Tiny kobold bastard man. Cray, you know this is Morath.
Hmm.
Be right back a moment.
He takes note of that but says nothing.
Silver also notices them, as well as Corn, but Silver cannot speak, and Corn is unaware of who this may be.
Silver can speak, it's just only Nim can understand him.
Yes.
Well, Nim and other canines.
So effectively,
And
cannot communicate with the party.
also, Nim will immediately recognize people he's met by their scent when they get within 15 feet of him.
Does he?
Yeah, that's a racial trait.
Interesting.
Unless they're doing something specifically to disguise their scent or...
There, he is not. So you recognize...
Oh, hi, Morath!
Oh, you guys are
Graham will
here.
stop and be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
I heard Lucible might be available at the moment, so I
Careful,
wanted
be
to
right
ask him
back.
some questions.
We just finished asking him questions, and he doesn't really know much. He literally asks 0 questions and just does whatever someone pays him to do. He just knows the name of the guy who was buying the chimeras. That's it.
Oh, I guess you have that information then.
Yep. Graham will share the name and that there's a buyer who basically
I'll write
like
him back.
he sends someone to pick up the chimera.
Oh, right. All right.
Like if you decide to hang around and find that guy, do let us know what you find.
Sure, I'll do some digging. What are
As
you
for us,
guys doing at What are you guys doing at the moment?
uh,
Also,
we-
who's that?
Well, I'm about to go find the, I'm about to leave Ravnica.
the crickets chirp as everyone's like, "Yeah, no."
Also, this is Corn, my new friend. He did
Hello?
say he was stepping away.
Have my back, sorry.
Hello, Ford. I'm their employer. Nice to meet you.
Wonderful.
Do I put you on the payroll now?
Not yet.
All right.
Technically speaking, I'm not sure he'll be going on a payroll.
All right. Odd, but okay. Felix
Graham will be like,
Marcello,
we're about to
eh?
go investigate some stuff in the Golgari.
Golgari.
Yep.
Are they involved in this?
I believe that the Seekers, as we learned what they're called last time, might be having some presence in there.
Seekers? That group is supposed to be dead.
Well, someone revived them, or they weren't.
Huh. Interesting.
Anyways, we got to go.
Alright. Good luck to you then.
I'm back.
I'll see what I can't dig up on this Felix Garcon.
He's likely connected to these seekers, so be careful.
Right.
Their boss is apparently big enough to kill a worm that literally just digs tunnels. Massive tunnels.
I did see some of that. Oof. Anyway, yep, good luck to you. And, good job, I suppose. I must say, it's a little disheartening being outclassed by leave.
Is Digi fading out for anybody else?
A little,
Robert,
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that's yeah. Sorry, I have kittens running around my room, and I keep turning my head away to watch at what they're doing now.
Anyways, Graham will be like, "It's fine. I mean, we've been getting lucky for most of this. Besides, at least two of us would be dead without your help."
I think one of you would have probably got okay. Also, I'm not really sure I saved your life. Sorry, I don't know what happened back there.
You don't?
You got charred, and then you got back up like you were fine.
Oh, yeah.
So, I have many questions, but since I don't know where to begin, I'll just leave you alone.
Alright, so I guess the party sans Nim because the party is just like, okay, Nim's crazy and he won't believe that there is no other cities besides Ravnica until he literally walks the entire world and finds there is no other city other than Ravnica.
I mean, no, he's just doing this because you told him to. So,
Get proof.
yeah.
Yes, and he'll find out one way or another that there is no other city on this plane of existence besides Ravnica. Graham doesn't want him to go away. He's just like, look, you gotta. There are no other cities. If you want to, if you can prove it, great. But until then, just either accept that Ravnica is the only city here, or stop talking like a crazy person.
Dun, 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 dun.
Because Graham has explained to Nim several times that in their Ravnica covers the entire world.
Yes, and Nim has produced deeds as well as maps that show other locations.
Yes, but people can make maps for make up maps and make up fake documents. It doesn't make any of those things real. As far as what common knowledge would dictate in this situation. Especially, with the whole no one knows about other planes of existences. It's like
Nim
it's
pops
like
out of existence to another plane on his journey, doesn't even realize it, and then pops back up and while you guys are in the middle of combat, and now he's got a shiny new relic to show. That is not of this world.
Okay. Will people let Nim just wander off, or will they clarify that there's nothing there and try to prove it to him?
Graham has clarified this several times, shown him several maps of the world.
Okay.
Don't worry, if no one convinces Nim, I've got an ace in the hole.
Alright. Nim, what do you make of these maps?
As far as Nim's concerned, those maps look just like the city map that he has of his home, of Mulbaster.
Right. So, where would he go to find an edge after looking at these maps?
He doesn't really. I mean, he was shown the maps in the past.
Right.
As far as where he would go to find the edge, the simplest solution is usually the best. Just go in a straight line.
Luckily, there's like, public transportation Nim could possibly use to speed up his quest of find the edge, which doesn't exist.
I mean, I'm not sure he would really use public transport, especially since he has no idea what those are.
Fair enough. Before Nim leaves, Graham will just be like, if you want this to go faster, I suggest you use like the public transportation and then explain what it is and how to use it, in quick detail.
Oh, okay.
Nib, are you sure you want to do this?
Well, you keep calling me crazy. I know what I know.
Enemy is going to rub his chin. I can't say that I can believe you, but at the same time, I don't want you to go on a wild goose chase. Come on, there's no reason for you to do this.
Well, and there's no reason for Graham to be so mean about his own ignorance.
I keep telling you, our world has only one city and one dragon. That's not evil despite the fact that it is red.
Well, what about the Fae?
What about the Fae?
Moraz will look over to Cray and ask, so what sparked this conversation?
We've met this individual here, he gestures to Korn, and he appears to be from outside of Ravnica, much like our friend Nim.
Outside? Really?
So they claim.
Alright, so one person is a tall tale, two people is a coincidence. What was your place like, Korn?
Yepper?
What was your outside Ravnica place like?
Was a large desert.
Desert. Alright. And
Golden sand as far as you could see.
right. So how did you reach Ravnica then?
I don't remember. Was hauling stones, and I slipped and woke up here.
Jeez.
kind of sounds similar to Nim's story of how he ended up here. With. Graham is just gonna rub his temples.
With the just about certain death.
Um,
fell and was sure I was dead.
Digi,
Yeah, what?
with telepathic, would I be able to transmit images, like from memory? You know, like buildings that I've seen and such? Generally, telepathic just says speech, but I kind of don't see a reason why we couldn't transmit, things that we've seen, images and even sounds and smells and such.
To be fair, that could require like a higher level of mental capacity, given that you are like that's touching a different part of the brain altogether.
To be
potentially.
fair, a lot
That sounds
of
way more advanced.
a lot of media, fantasy media typically shows that animals, they don't really have speech. They communicate with images, sights, sounds, smells, etc. And
Right, but this is a feat intended for sentient character, correct?
yes, I'm just saying. I'm just asking the DM.
I know. I'm playing devil's advocate here. Don't worry.
I agree with Zim that there's no real reason why you couldn't communicate with images or something else like that.
That is how they communicate, so I will say sure.
But it also doesn't prove that Nim isn't, that wasn't just like some dream that Nim was having either.
No, you're right. But
You could always just send fake images.
I'm for it.
fake images, I would say, would require Graham could make an insight check to see if that's actually something that at least Nim believes is real.
Oh, Graham already knows that Nim believes it's real. It's just that Graham has been trying to get Nim to accept that regardless of what he believes, where he came from, he's now in a completely different place at the very least, and Nim has just been like, no! There are tons of dragons, and all red dragons are evil, and there's other cities. And Graham's like, no, listen, there aren't here. Regardless of what you believe, where you came from, whether I believe you or not, they don't exist here.
Hey, why don't we document this and see if we can't find anyone else who has corresponding accounts? Then, if the answer is yes, we may have to take this with some amount of credibility.
Wait! Moriarty!
Who?
Moriarty was there with me.
Who?
Craig met him earlier today.
Who is
Right?
Tony?
There was
Craig
this
met
weird
Mori.
fox that came to the door and knocked for Nim specifically. He seemed like he knew him.
Oh.
Wait, a fox?
Yes, a
I, re-
fox.
I remember seeing a glimpse of a fox when I was returning to your house early today, but he kind of blinked out of existence the moment I saw him. I
Well,
don't
no,
even
he
have
went to the
There's
door.
spells to do that kind of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there in a moment, and when I blinked, he wasn't there anymore.
He was at he went to a tavern around the corner from Cray's house. But he went to Mole Master with me. We even went to the
Taverns
Fey
close to your
Wilds with him.
house? Hold on.
We even went to the Fey Wild.
Feywild. The Selesnya territory?
No, it's a different plane of existence.
What? Wait,
It's where all these fairies and
Wait,
stuff
hold on.
come from.
hold
hold
on.
on,
What did you say? Plane of existence?
Well, yeah, don't you know about the Feywilds?
So how does Nim understand that the Feywild is another plane of existence, but not that Ravnica is another plane of existence?
Because he's only seen, he has seen one layer of the Hells. He has seen the Feywilds, and both of those were so vastly different from the material plane that as far as he's concerned, this place looks just like the material plane, and therefore it's the material plane.
That actually makes sense.
So that's why he's not putting two and two together that, you know, this could be a different material plane, for lack of a better way to put it.
He just thinks that Ravnica is a communist regime that is suppressing its people. Like Russia. It's just so vastly huge that no one really thinks.
That's basically what he thinks is the case, is that Ravnica's just a really, really, really big city. He believes it's big, but he doesn't actually believe that it covers the entire material plane. Because he knows that... because he knows that, you know, Molemaster is also on the material plane.
Okay, maybe we should continue this conversation in character because I'm liking this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah. Back to where we were.
So Graham will look at him confused and be like, different plane of existence? What do you mean it's a different plane of existence?
What, do you not know about the Feywilds or the levels of hell and stuff?
No, I've never heard of anything like that. The only thing we've ever had here in Ravnica is Ravnica.
What do they say? Do the would the angels from the boroughs know of hell or something like that? Or is that
I don't think the angels are from another plane of existence. I think because there are things like devils and angels, but they essentially exist in this plane. They don't exist in a different plane and come here, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, like
Red Might
there's
or Jaffer, or I guess Moriarty. You might know as well. Can we get clarification on where exactly the angels, devils, and such come from?
They're born from the avatars of Sarah and the Ear Dragon. Oh my bad.
Yeah,
no,
something like that.
Yeah, the avatars send angels to planes naturally. Like they just appear.
So they appear in Ravnica.
Yes.
Are the angels aware of other that their creators come from another plane?
Yes.
Okay, so the angels are the only the angels and demons are basically the only ones in the world who know that there's other planes of existence.
It's kind of like the hierarchs of the guilds. They obviously know of planeswalkers and of other planes. It's the same thing with the angels and of course the higher demons.
Okay.
So only the highest ranking in the guilds.
Yeah. It's more easier for the angels because a lot of them, have a connection to Sarah herself. Because she's connected to all the angels in all planes.
Who wants a lore dump?
By all means, I'm sure the viewers are curious at this point.
Demons of Ravnica are few in number, but appear in otherwise similar to Demorian demons. They embody the darker, metaphysical side of sentience: selfishness, cruelty, hatred, greed, and lust for power. The most famous is Rakdos, Parun, and Guildmaster of the cult of Rakdos. Some rumor that they are formed from Rakdos in similar manner to angels that were once born from Razia. Rakdos claims authority over all demons of this world, and even if some of them, ambitious and headstrong as demons are, rebel against his authorities. There are also half-demons. Though it is uncertain what the hideous process through which the cult of Rakdos go through to create half-demons, the result is unique with each one, such as the Master of Cruelties. When a Master of Cruelties steps up as a ringleader of the Rakdos show, the audience can be assured of a performance they will remember for the rest of their lives, however brief that might be. The mesmerizing presence of a Master of Cruelties draws every eye to the demon and commands an audience's full attention. With every act of depraved torment the demon performs, onlookers are drawn more and more into bloodlust. Audiences clamor for violence, and those who get too caught up in the revelry feel compelled to partake in indiscriminate killing. And then there's a
One of
few
my
more as
favorite
well, but that's just, as a start.
One of my favorite cards, even though it's very douchebaggy. to
Oh, yeah.
use.
Okay, so real quick tangent. There's a way I can use Master of Cruelties to one-hit kill someone with Commander.
Yep. With Kalia, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite broken combo.
It's so like it's so bad, like cancer wise, like it's bad.
I just haste Kali out onto the field, and then it's like,
I
well,
think
I have this in
anything
my hand.
having to do with a black or blue deck is basically cancer.
But doesn't have blue in it.
So
I'm just saying both of those color of decks are just like just middle fingers to whoever you're going up against, and God forbid you ever have both colors in the same deck.
So my Urtai the Corrupted white, blue, black deck is Cancer.
Oh yeah, the Vast is a red, white, black deck.
My worst one is it automatically counterspells the first 7 things you do every turn.
Dear Lord.
Oh,
What's it called again?
Is Urtai the Corrupt is the name of the commander for it. But like when the deck hits full stride, I just counterspell everything.
Wow.
Each person, the first two spells they cast are automatically counterspelled. I don't even need to do anything.
That sounds
I
broken.
I can then sacrifice creatures to counter more spells, and half of my other stuff lets me steal your creatures.
That sounds broken.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm
enough
gonna
of
steal
the
your creatures.
tangent.
There's a lot of combinations of Magic the Gathering that get real broken real quick.
Guys,
yes.
we
Lord Dub appreciated, however.
Moving on. Back to the
Yeah, moving on.
roleplay.
Yes. Hey Corn, you saw those images from his head, right? Was any of that familiar to you?
Not to me, no.
Alright. So,
For the
maybe not
record,
all through.
Nim will have sent they're based, instead of just still images, they are actual things of him looking up at the I'm pretty sure it's called the Spiral Tower. It's a massive building in Mulemaster. He'll send images of traveling across a lake to another town on the other side, fighting a lich underneath it, and then of course various journeys through very, kind of sped up images of journeying through a very vast, untamed land, fighting gnolls and orcs along the way, going up to a frozen glacier area, which in that area there was a big wedding that happened between a seal and a minotaur.
You seem different back there. Like your power's different.
Is it?
Also,
Well, yeah, it's kind of different. I don't know what's different.
doesn't
I
help
definitely
your
feel like I
credibility,
can
but
fight
it is
better.
interesting.
Do you send this mental emails to everybody?
Yes.
I do have a theory.
Hmm?
Well, both of you had stated that the last memories of your previous existences were that of directly before death, or what likely would have caused death.
Yeah, I
Therefore,
was.
perhaps you were simply reincarnated here, and in doing so have, well, greatly weakened.
That might.
That is what I believed at first.
I just
Do you
remember
believe
us
otherwise?
I just remember us swirling down into a whirlpool, and I wanted to save me and my best friend. Though I don't know where she is.
My simic master says that I've never died.
Well, I can attest that
How would
Nim
he?
seems hale and hearty as well.
How would he know if you died and were reincarnated here somehow? For all you know, you could have grown up your entire life here and just like, I don't know, maybe maybe you just had some kind of trauma and then you forgot about most of your life.
Rank up. Hold the line.
Yeah, but I remember
This
everything.
hamlet shall not fall.
He also was sending images of very vastly different areas, the other planes. One was a lush green light that didn't seem to come from anywhere in particular, just constantly present in the world, the Feywilds. A very dark, frozen area with ghostly souls swirling around above and around a castle. Because he had also gone to the Raven Queen, I think was her name.
The really cruel and like basically evil god of the dead. Yes, that's the Raven Queen.
Yeah, Nim had traveled to her domain in order to.
I don't think she's actually evil. I just think she's just basically bored. She's basically just evil just because of how cruel she is, but she's not technically evil.
She is borderline. Very, very borderline. I would say more on the side of uncaringly, uncaring and, yeah, that's basically the way it is. It's more just uncaring about anything in order to achieve her ends. But not so much cruel or evil, just, you're going to serve me now.
Apathy, I guess.
Yeah.
Graham will just kind of like rub his temples. He's not entirely convinced that this isn't all some kind of delusion Nim's having, but he'll just be like, okay, Nim, you've been to other planes of existences. The fact that we're telling you that this city covers the entire world and, that things are vastly different than what you know, can you just assume that this is an entirely different plane of existence then?
I mean, this place is identical to the material plane.
What the heck is the material plane? Enemy is gonna ask exasperated.
Nim gestures around the area with his head where we are.
If I could make an observation, I do believe it is the plane in which things are material.
Graham is rubbing his temples as he's just like, look, Nim, I don't know if I entirely believe that that all that stuff you showed us wasn't all some kind of just vast delusion of yours, but look, Ravnica is a city and it covers the entire world. There is no Mole Master here. There is only one dragon that exists and has been for quite some time. And he's not evil. Crazy? Possibly. evil, no. So the fact that you know this mole master and things these other places of the material plane that you claim to have been to, they don't exist here. So I think that at the very least, Nim, you can just assume that this is a different plane of existence.
Probably saying that with quotation marks.
Okay, I can believe that. But I'm not crazy.
You're not crazy.
That remains to be seen.
Graham, no, he's not crazy.
Okay, I will prove it.
Look, you can prove it later. For now, maybe when we have some time and Ravnica isn't in danger of being thrown into chaos by people, maybe we can figure out if what you're saying has any truth, because there's got to be someone in one of the guilds who might know something, maybe. Just like these ruins, which apparently, quote unquote, do not exist. I could believe that maybe people are hiding things, but what I don't believe
it's okay for you to believe in things that quote unquote don't exist, and you're not crazy for it, but meanwhile I am.
That's because we've seen them with our own eyes. Now, if we get dragged into another plane of existence, yes, absolutely, I will 100% say you are not crazy. But until then, you can't. It's going to be very hard to prove a different plane of existence when no one knows how to even go to a different plane of existence.
Question for the DM.
You know, if anybody's overhearing if anybody's overhearing our conversation, there must things we're crazy.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure we've got
Morath is like listening intently and eventually asks, "Did you have teleport circles in your home?"
Oh yeah, we had them. Shenzi would use them.
Would you want to try going through one?
I mean, those just took you to different parts of the material plane.
Yeah. So
Ooh,
you can't use
yeah, I
one.
could try and use one to... That's a great idea.
Yeah.
But I don't really have the magic to... that was Shenzi's thing.
I think Ravnica probably has enough magical prowess as a whole city that probably teleportation circles are probably part of the
Public transportation.
yeah.
Yes, but to travel to one that, to travel to one that is known, like one that was in Mulemaster, the mage would have had to have actually visited there and attuned to that magic circle. And, well, Shenzi was the one that did that, not Nim. So he wouldn't be able to do that.
But there's probably a mage who you'd be like, you know, at the very least you could be like, take me to Mulemaster, and you'd be like, well, we can't because that place doesn't exist.
Question for the DM.
At the very least, proving to Nim that, you know, this is a different plane of existence, potentially.
Go ahead,
Read
Moriarty.
your question, Moriarty.
Is it possible Craig could have just walked home, done his thing, and then walked back during this entire conversation?
Oh, possibly.
Yes, I will say yes.
Because this has been going on.
Yes, definitely.
Alright. Thumbs up.
Alright, Graham will just be like, anyways, we got things to do, so let's at least get moving, please.
You know what? I'm hanging with you guys. Actually, this is opening up a lot more questions than I never had.
Facing chicken stew.
Lordy, she just keeps throwing open the door and announcing whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Graham is gonna be like, Morath, You remember when we were in that ruins that like that it became very clear we should never have been in to begin with?
Yep.
That's what we're going to a different one of those in Golgari territory.
All the more reason for me to come with you, actually.
I'm just saying, like, this is dangerous enough for us, and we're in guilds. Are you sure this is something you want to do before you do it?
Enemy gonna interject. I think he's stronger than us, so I
No,
wouldn't
I think he
about
means potential backlash because I don't have backers.
Yes,
Yeah, that
that
makes
is
sense.
what I'm talking about.
Yes, that makes sense.
He has,
You
he
raise
has
a point.
backers.
What?
You have backers. Clearly, you do. Listen, we've already established that you're not Demir because you obviously aren't. But you clearly have someone backing you. Someone. Don't know who.
Well, backing's a bit of a strong word.
I'm sure
I
you can
failed
make
their
your own.
test, and they sort of let me loose.
Oh, so you're an open agent now.
Wait, how do you... Fuck. Wait, are you... You are, aren't you?
I don't believe I know what you're talking about.
Nim is just looking between the two of them with complete confusion.
Brim is now
on his
looking
face.
suspiciously. Is now looking super suspiciously at Cray.
Gray is just stone-faced, raising a brow.
Enemy is just
Morath,
tilting his
what
head.
do you think Cray is?
Well, he does... It's improper for me to say things like that. Is what I'll say.
So
Are you going to make an accusation of me?
You're very knowledgeable about a former patron of mine.
How so?
Well, that term free agent was very specific.
Was it? Because I quite honestly just pulled that out of a hat.
Well, we're typically referred to as guildless.
Right. Guildless agents, correct?
You said free agent.
Yes, as in you don't belong to some sort of... Well, not guild, but group. Because you said that you had failed whatever groups. Whatever. You were very vague.
I'm not. Right? Fair enough.
Anyways, let's get moving, please.
Right. I'll dig on the Felix Exquisites, and you... Good luck.
I thought you just said you were going to be coming with us.
Yes, but then you brought the good point that if I'm seen, I'm going to start being properly hunted.
Alright.
Because that's the no-nos. That's a no-no place for me especially. Especially if any other guild person but you sees me there.
Well,
fair enough.
Well, now that you don't have your guildless backers, then I would highly recommend that you find a guild. Or at least new employment.
Might not have the proper tools for all the fields. And I've got things to do on some trading again.
I mean, to be fair, most guilds have a place for everyone. Sorry, what?
I'll think about it, I guess. So let's see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And Mora turns to leave.
Alright, grab
You
his,
might
like,
make it. He might make a good Golgari.
Would he?
You know, he's kind of shady, but not. He's not. He doesn't have the tact for certain. You know, other guilds. Like he's shady enough to be an Orzhov, but doesn't have the tact of an Orzhov. And we've already established he's clearly not Demir. Or if he is Demir, maybe he was just an initiate at the time. Who knows?
Well,
Anyways, we have a thing to investigate, so let's get going.
before something else shows up to distract us.
Yes, because I would like us not to miss our window of opportunity to have an easy lead on this.
Indeed. And of course, this one's coming. It just a corn.
Yes?
You're coming with.
Okay.
Gives a nod.
Graham is just happy that he's finally convinced that Nim, like, to stop treating this like wherever the hell he thought he came from. Graham's like, Graham inside his head is like, yes, mental victory. We can now talk to him and be like, this is how things are here, and he'll just be like, okay. A little bit easier.
Well, I guess we're heading to the other ruins. And
Actually, real quick, out of character, is Nim Mizzet from this plane? Because I know most dragons are from Dominaria.
I don't actually think he is. I'll double check that real quick. But I think Niv Mizzet planeswalked or was planeswalked here.
it makes sense if he's the only dragon. Oh.
Out of character, I probably already figured it out, but Korn is planeswalker from Amonkhet.
Don't know where Amonkhet is, unfortunately.
It's another plane of Magic the Gathering.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a different one.
Easily forgeable metal, Byzantium,
It's sort of an Egyptian-themed plane.
Yep.
Is that where Bolus recruited those undying god fucks?
Oh, you didn't.
No, Niv Mizzet
recruit
was.
them, but he did get them there.
Niv Mizzet was born in Ravnica.
Oh shit!
Though not much is really known about him, it looks like he was just born. He was born as a Ravnican dragon.
Oh, cool.
It's most likely just the Ur Dragon just dumping his dragon stuff around.
Also, Niv Mizzet killed all the other dragons.
That's why he's the only dragon.
Okay, that makes sense now. Are we sure he's not evil now?
Ravnican dragons were apparently able to speak upon birth and were born with knowledge that they could not have personally gained. Niv Mizzet is unique in that he was able to defeat all potential rivals and emerged as the last great dragon of Ravnica.
Last great dragon of Ravnica. I assume there are.
I mean, to be fair,
then?
I don't think. I think most dragons are just in the Magic the Gathering universe are just kind of all extreme assholes for the most part.
We have
it's
been off
ancient.
the tracks so much tonight.
I know.
Yeah, I
Please,
mean, like,
DM, let us do the thing.
I've tried to help end the argument a few times. It didn't work.
Alright, moving on.
Anyway.
Let's do some actual story.
You're going to the Golgari territory, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You're taking the public transportations, so time isn't really an object. Now, Graham found a place where a temple probably, or where some ruins probably are, with his studying and narrowing it down. However, I would like for an investigation check for narrowing it down from the map, because things are much bigger and a bit more intricate from a map.
There we go. They're also typically buried underground with no entrances.
Also correct. You feel like you're pretty close to where it probably is.
Here's a better question. With my investigation roll, do I know where if someone was going to try to dig their way into this thing, where they would do it at, where it would be easiest to do it from? Because that's where if we're going to run into these seekers, I can almost assure you that's where we're going to find them.
You could only get a vague outline of what the ruins are probably shaped like.
Well,
however,
it's more like what utility would probably what utility area or like building or whatever would be the closest to like being like right above this or like right next to it.
Fair enough. Looking it over, yes, there does seem to be a sewer that makes an abrupt right turn. Well, like it's deliberately avoiding it. If someone kept pushing their way through, they would probably reach the ruins, but they'd have to burrow through metal, so maybe not. However, if they went down, they'd be doing it very much out in the open. So that might be out too. So considering those facts, the sewer may be the best option.
Graham will inform the party of this. I believe that the sewer is probably the best place where we're gonna find them, because it provides them cover to do whatever they're doing, and unfortunately, I guess, or they probably would have the easiest time dealing with any engineers or whatever checking the sewers as well.
By the way, Digi, don't forget that the donation goal was completed.
Oh, was it?
It was.
Right at the beginning.
That makes too much sense. Who did it?
It's Toshime again.
Oh, Toshime. You actual mad person. Very well then.
Flying wagon. Don't know how, don't know why.
Alright, party. Now, I mentioned that you're currently out in the open, yes?
Correct.
Yes.
You don't have to roll any perception checks as an explosion sounds out.
From
About 30 feet away, actually.
oh my.
Are any of us
Graham
within
will
range
look-
of it?
No.
Okay.
However, things have suddenly gone into the air and are
kind of
hurtling
thing?
in most directions. Well, there are crates, a wagon, parts of a horse,
Oh jeez.
and the driver, who may or may not be conscious. Many things are hurtling in many directions. The wagon, however, is coming towards your group at an alarming rate.
Is what?
The wagon is, however, hurtling towards your group at a rather alarming speed. So,
Graham is gonna try to move out of the way, since I don't think he has any defensive spells.
If any of you happen to have Warcaster, now would be a fine time.
I'd rather dodge the thing.
Yes. Or some way to perhaps divert it, or just a dexterity saving throw to dodge.
How far away is the driver flying? In which direction?
The driver actually is hurtling in a larger arc, since he seems to have been closer to the epicenter, while the remains of the wagon is a bit sturdier.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
That's what Corn's gonna do.
He's going to investigate? Oh.
No.
Featherfall. Can you cast Featherfall at a range? Isn't it a touch spell?
Range
Think-
60 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it has range. And the wagon is technically within 60 feet, as the explosion was 30 feet from you.
And I can choose up to 5 things, so I can also save the driver.
Yes.
And the horse giblets.
As many horse giblets as you wish.
No, the horse giblets, it's already dead.
Well, yes.
Also, the fact that the horse got blown apart and the driver didn't, I think that means the horse exploded.
Listen, we just
Something
came from a
directly underneath the
store.
horse.
We just came from a store that deals in animal body parts. You're not going to save the horse giblets?
Oh, I don't need to save them with Featherfall.
Fair enough.
Collecting the horse giblets later is secondary.
Later.
So yes, while everyone scatters, I'm just gonna Featherfall.
Thank God, because most of us rolled not super great.
Horn, I would like a straight dexterity check to see how fast you can do this, or do you have Warcaster?
I don't know what forecast is.
Warcaster is a feat.
Yes.
But
And he is 4th level.
No, I don't.
Hold
I have
on.
1 feat, I think.
Featherfall is a reaction, which means that he can
Oh.
cast it.
right, then.
Warcaster, the only thing that it does is when... I mean, it does a couple of things, but the main thing it does is allows you to use your spells as an attack of opportunity.
Right. I misremembered that.
But yeah, Featherfall, literally one reaction, which you take when you or a creature within 60 feet of you falls.
Sure. Wait. A creature.
I mean, he can just use it when somebody is falling.
Right, but the spell specifies creature, doesn't it?
What does that matter?
He's casting it on a wagon.
Yeah, unfortunately, you cannot cast it on a wagon.
Dexterity
Alright,
saves, let's go!
In that case, in that case, I'll use a different spell. Also a reaction.
Alright, let's have it.
Shield.
That'll increase your AC. However, this is a very large target.
I think what he's saying is that unless you can repel it, you're gonna get crushed.
Dexterity
take some
saving throw,
damage.
let's go.
I think Featherfall would probably be our best bet. Still, just you gotta cast it on probably yourself and some others.
Even with that +6 dex save. To be fair, us getting hit by the wagon, like, Featherfall's not going to help us much, because we're already on the ground. We're not really falling.
Right.
I was a little
Oh,
distracted,
my.
so I didn't understand what was going on. So yeah, Featherfall wouldn't help us.
Alright, Element.
Yes?
you dive out of the way. Everyone else, this wagon hurtles towards you, just about landing on top of you. Before, strangely enough, bouncing. Like, it hurts. You just got smacked by a speeding wagon, but you didn't get crushed? Question mark? As it then bounces off the pavement and you hurtling away even higher. And you swear you see it sparkling.
The hell? Is
and then-
Graham's reaction.
That's the same. That's the same thing the enemy is saying. Well, not saying. That's the same expression the enemy has.
Graham is also, since he's not dead or severely injured, he's gonna get up and go investigate where the explosion.
You still took like 2d6 of blunt damage, which only added up to being about 6 damage.
Are there any other carts or stalls or anything around, like on the street?
Let me put in my 6 damage.
Yes, everyone that got hit. So everyone but Element takes 6 damage.
Did Feather also get cast on the guy?
I think he did, so the driver
what the
lives.
Yes.
That's a question for Jaffer, since he's the one doing the action. Okay.
He comes down to a gentle stop, looking just dazed, like he's not processing what happened.
How about the source of the? You said the explosion happened from underneath the horse. So what was underneath the horse? Was it like a manhole cover or something?
There was. It's now just a crater.
Well, Graham is gonna be like, I think we found what we were. I think we found who we were looking for.
Convenient.
And Graham will start. Well, they made an entrance to the cavern, to the sewers for us. So shall we go?
And be careful if they just sent an explosion up that way. That's probably not a good sign.
If I had to guess, they're probably blasting their way through the wall of the sewer, which is made out of metal and rock.
Possibly.
But yes, Graham will start heading down the into the sewer then. Well, actually, no. Wait. He's gonna, since he knows what they are, he's gonna check on the driver first.
Oh, Gray's gonna go down then.
He
Corner's gonna be
seems
hiding
like he's still
something.
coming to.
But he's not dead or severely injured.
He is not, actually, for being
what
so
was that,
close to an
Jaffer?
explosion.
Corn is hiding under something, whether it be another cart, a street vendor, or something. Corn is hiding underneath whatever it is.
Yeah, you've been with this group for less than a day, and this is happening already. You may be starting to reconsider your assignment.
Alright, well, the driver's not dead. He's probably just some random bystander, considering where the explosion came from. So Graham's gonna head into the sewer and catch up with Cray.
You hear, as you turn to leave the driver, that was a rental. Fuck.
Enemy going to.
I think the cart's fine, just not the horse.
Enemy is going to ask the driver if he's okay.
Graham just wanted to make sure that he was still alive, but he's like, we have to get in there now.
Mm-hmm.
Heading
Heading down to the sewer.
Grace is going down. He's just stepping down.
Perception checks from everyone. It's a bit dim down there, and there's a lot of dust in the air now.
I'm gonna go for seeing what I can hear, since explosions don't tend to, you know, the sound from an explosion doesn't tend to stick around, unlike the dust and everything else that would be blinding us.
Hearing is also applicable to this perception check. Ooh,
Yes, I hear all the things.
you do.
Even though he's hiding,
Ooh,
he's
so does
paying very close attention.
Sorry, were we rolling something?
Yes, everyone's rolling perception now that you're going into the sewers. Corin, you are hyper vigilant. You want to know what's up.
Where's my perception? There's my perception.
Wow, Cord even beat me.
Everyone's rolling high.
Indeed.
Just barely. All right. Everyone but Element, as you descend into the sewers, you catch a figure fleeing, clutching a bag, and swearing as they run away as fast as they can.
What's Graham is gonna pursue that person.
All right. You chase them deeper into the sewers. Is anyone else joining Graham?
Prey will follow as well.
Element will follow.
Nim and
Corn doesn't
Silver
want to be left
are
alone.
Nim and Silver are charging in.
Corn doesn't want to be left alone, so he'll follow.
Everyone is charging after this mysterious figure.
No, everyone but Corn is charging after the figure. Corn is chasing after his friends, going, "Don't leave me!"
Fair enough.
Wait, stop. No.
Like, hey man, hey, that was an explosion. How about being a little more careful? No? Okay.
Like Zoink's game.
Wait for me.
Realize I have no offensive spells at all on my artificer. I didn't pick a single offensive spell.
Oh,
I-
wow.
I did that with Moriarty too, except for Chromatic Orb. I got Chromatic Orb and I just used nothing but Chromatic Orb, but everything else was non-offensive.
Oh,
Now-
I'm not worried about that. The fact that I have a weapon that works really well.
The weapon works.
Now everyone roll either straight dexterity or athletics to close the distance. Or if you have some ranged option, please state it.
I have ranged
Ooh.
options. I also have improved speed options.
Well, you can attack this figure. They're not out of sight. Ooh,
Is either
Okay,
athletics or dexterity?
yes.
It's the same roll
Do you
for me.
mean acrobatics or dex? I mean,
No, straight dexterity or athletics, since acrobatics is a bit more finer movements, whereas I can attribute dexterity to more directly speed, whereas athletics would be like marathon running.
I mean,
Uh,
athletics is based on strength for a reason.
Yes.
It's just
He's just saying, like, this isn't about, like, aerial. This isn't about how you. This isn't so much about how you like acrobatic type movements. This is about like running, and dexterity is like more of a speed thing than, and athletics can be
Finesse.
strength, because you're just like you just don't stop running, basically, like your endurance and like stuff like that.
I will
If I
start
can
looking
get my
between.
speed to 45, how quickly do I finish it?
But you're also behind us because you were hiding whenever everyone else was going into this.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm trying to move faster. The thing is, if I do my speed
Oh,
burst,
no.
I can't use my weapon.
Nim, you trip. Everyone else is sort of keeping pace. Silver and Graham, you bound forward. Oh, Corn trips on Nim.
How can I trip? I
you
don't
poor
have legs.
bastards! You've tripped in a sewer. Ugh.
Well, so
Graham
the
and Silver
speed
bound
burst ability
forward.
from Naga is literally I lower my body to the ground and propel myself with my arms as well as my tail.
Oh no! Here's what happens then. Nim trips, and then you boop your face into him, and you're like, "Oh wait, what happened?"
Like, oh, wait, did I get them? Did I catch? This is the wrong.
Oh, if I think I've caught him, then I'll be making my constrict roll.
Oh, oh no. Well, you certainly run into some warm body.
With that, I'm happy enough to say I don't constrict Nim.
Anyway, to Graham and Silver, as they bound forward and leap upon this fleeing figure. They scream and collapse
Silver
under them.
would have broken off to go back and check on Nim.
Oh, alright. Graham, you
Just the way what he would do.
managed to catch up to this figure.
All right. Can I like? I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him. Or yell stop, and if he doesn't stop, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
They do not stop, but they seem more panicked, realizing how you swiftly closed the distance.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Question for the DM:
Yes.
About what size is this figure?
Not very tall, actually.
Any racial attributes?
Well, I'm on top of him. I should be able to see what he is.
Ah. You are running after a halfling.
Ah. So I shoot at him with an Eldritch Blast. I'm pretty sure that probably doesn't hit, sadly.
Maybe.
I guess it depends if he has armor or not.
No. You aim low and blast under him. He goes temporarily airborne from the small shockwave, and collapses, rolling forward into a heap until he stops until his momentum ends.
All right, then I'll draw my blade and basically pin him to the ground. Not with strength, just with the threat of death.
Hey!
What's in the bag, and why did you explode shit?
That is... Okay, so... Funny
catching up now.
I have
And Graham's gonna be like, look, I can be nice, or we can, and we can possibly talk things over and do things the easy way, or things get ugly.
Okay.
Hang on.
Okay. Okay. Let's for starters, hey, how much trouble am I in right now?
That depends on the answer to my 2 questions.
All right. I'll talk. Okay, so I might have a bag of explosive glyphs. Scrolls.
Why?
They were given to me.
By who?
Not really sure. They just sort of like appeared, knew about me, and said like, "Hey, we have a job that's just for you."
These people, Graham will describe the seeker emblem and be like, did any of them have this mark?
Yeah, actually.
Great. You're a distraction. Alright, hand me the bag.
Okay. And he will hand over the bag. Inside are 8 scrolls.
Graham is going to, let's see. What can I do to... Because Graham can't stay here and basically arrest him or wait, because there's obviously something going on that required a distraction.
I'll make it arrest him.
The problem is that we don't have time to babysit him or take him to a jail.
Corn will come up and like.
Graham is just gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
I might be able to help, and he'll coil him. I assume he's not going to resist a constrict, but I'm not going to do damage with it.
He's scared, but he's not going to resist, considering you're an armed group that can very easily catch and kill him.
Graham is like, we don't have time to sit here though. He's a distraction for the seekers.
Yeah, I constrict him. He is now restrained, and I can still move.
Okay.
I can't constrict anyone else, but I can still move.
So, are you sure he's not going to be a burden to your ability to fight?
No.
All right.
You can drop him off at the nearest guards.
We have other things to deal with before we have any time to do that. He's a distraction.
And if he causes me any problems, I'll just squeeze till it stops breathing.
Okay. You heard him.
And I'll say that looking at the halfling.
Please go.
I was just gonna kick him in the face and let him go and tell him if I ever see him doing anything like this again, it would be the last time.
Oh, this is like he's coming with us, but if he causes problems, I just squeeze.
All right, so Graham will head back and be like, "Halfling, point us to where they basically gave you this."
All right. It was back over here. And you'll actually point towards the Izzet Guild or the Izzet District.
What?
I'm Izzet.
Well, Graham will be like, well, we're not going over there yet, so he'll investigate the sewers for like any kind of entrances that the Seekers might have been making around here.
Hey, real quick. I'd like to make a roll. Is he lying?
Let's see. You know what? He's not being entirely forthcoming.
Well, Graham is like, we can interrogate this asshole later.
Gray holds up a hand to Graham. Corn,
Yes?
squeeze.
Actually, let me roll
Hold on,
proper
wait,
damage.
wait.
Actually, it's not 1d8, it's 1d6 bludgeoning. Which ended up rolling
Oh,
higher.
even worse.
Well, it's a lesser die.
His face turns red.
Let him go.
He'll
Not
relax
fully.
it a little bit. No,
Not fully.
he'll relax it so he's not doing more damage.
Does that jog your memory?
What do you want?
Oh, I know that you're lying.
What about?
See, that's the thing. That's the one thing I don't know. Of course, if you feel so desperate to take such a secret to your grave, we can make that happen.
Okay. I know a little more. Fuck. Okay. They wanted me to plant these on the far wall. Over there.
Why?
They wanted to make a hole, but they didn't want to be here yet. But I didn't know if these were real. So I thought, who needs 9 explosion glyphs to open up a wall? So I thought I'd just try one, and then you came down.
What's behind the wall?
I don't know.
We already know what's behind the wall. That's why we're looking for where they're at now and where they were going to use these at.
More sewer?
Or is it? So I assume if it goes into a sewer system, which most of these do, you would know the way there. Without blowing things up.
I'm not. I don't know.
What did he say?
He said I don't know. More sewer, I guess. Maybe some. I don't know.
We don't need to describe.
pit?
We don't need to tell the distraction for the seekers anything more than what he already than he needs to know. In fact, we should probably release him, because let's face it, he'll be even more screwed if we take him.
Are you sure? After all, he did fail some rather powerful people. We might be doing him a favor.
What?
I guess it depends on what you think. Who do you think would do worse things to him, the Seekers or the guilds?
The guilds would imprison him for vandalism. They really have nothing more on him than that.
Yes, I'm talking about if we take him where we're going to, where the Seekers we're using these to get into.
Right, but if we let him go, the Seekers will probably get to him first.
I guess that leaves a point. You know what? You could if we let you go, your safest bet is to probably turn yourself in for that explosion. Because those people that you pissed off, that you stole from, they're gonna come for you, and it's gonna be very ugly.
Given that was an explosion, there's probably some Boros already investigating the area.
We're in Golgari. We're in the Golgari district.
But
there's still Boros there.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
If there are any Boros out there, I could see them to have this guy be handed over safely.
Shit.
All right. Take him quickly, then regroup with us.
Mhm.
We still need to move.
Yeah,
Wait. So who are these people? What's happening?
You don't need, you don't want to know. In fact, it's better that you don't know. Only that they're dangerous to you if you're still out in public.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you've gotten yourself wrapped into.
Exactly.
You know, you're in over your head, man. Prison will be kinder to you than freedom right now.
They gave me
He knows-
30 gold to put some scrolls on a wall.
He knows exactly what he's wrapped up in. A snake.
You.
I'm gonna walk over to Korn and I'm going to boop him on the snoot, but with like a little bit of talent.
However, I have one question for the group.
Yes.
It is approaching our usual end time. How long does everyone think they can keep going?
I can keep going for a long time. I no longer have to be in bed by like 11.
You go for
I
maybe
think-
half an hour.
I think it's going for a little bit longer. Yes.
All right, just making sure.
I have hours. I have today off, so
All right.
Okay.
The better question is would there be anyone opposed to us continuing a little bit later?
I'm not opposed. Anybody opposed?
Going once, going twice. Souls for another half hour.
Let's go then. Element,
Yes?
as you take him away, he does seem to start blubbering a bit, saying like, "Wait, am I in some serious shit?"
If you let the boros take you for the minor charge, you will be safe. I'm sure.
By the way, we
Right.
totally took those explosive scrolls off of him, right?
Yes, Grandmaster.
Oh yeah, no, that was the first thing Graham did was give me what's in the bag.
Okay, good. We have explosives now.
Yes, you have 8 explosives or 8 explosive rings or clips or whatever.
Which are basically like shape charges.
Yes, they are.
Or mines, I guess?
My the boros do treat better those repent willingly. After all,
What you just said.
Okay, alright, if these guys are as dangerous as I think they are, did you hear what I told the bird? I said that they wanted me to make a hole, but because they're getting ready, I think. Then that's about everything, actually.
That's right.
So, is there something past? Yeah, you know what? No. If I don't know, I can't know.
Yes, it's better you don't pry any further. It's better for your mental and physical health.
Okay.
Just come with me and turn yourself over willingly.
Okay. I'll hold you to that.
Yeah. So enemy is going to breaking up towards the street and heading over to the nearest boros. If there's anybody that we can investigating.
They are already on the scene.
Mhm.
And approach you very swiftly, asking for a report.
Enemy is going to start to attention and tell them the minimum of information is just that he saw this guy basically explode a carriage nearby and went to apprehend him.
Is Corn still carrying him, or did you have him? Did
Oh.
you have Corn let him go?
No, I asked
Yeah.
Carl to let you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
That's it. I get the report.
And they look over to him with a scowl. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We'll discuss your charges. You're with us. And two of them, one grabbing each arm, grab him by the arm, lift him up, and start carrying him away. But he looks very concerned.
Adam crosses his arms and just sighs.
Imagine how. I wish I could be like. Just imagine how much worse it would be if he actually knew what was on the other side of that wall he was told to blow up.
Another question is, do we try to get to the other side of the wall ourselves without blowing it up, or do we just kind of like wait here and just vibe?
Yeah, no,
until they show up?
we're looking for where the seekers are right now in the area where that guy was trying to blow up the wall.
Fair enough.
Okay, now Adam is now waiting for the boros to leave so he can get back, so they don't get suspicious.
Yep. And the rest of you in the sewer, what are you doing?
We're searching the area for signs of the seekers.
Yep. Roll perception checks then. Or investigation checks. Or whatever skill you believe is applicable for the situation.
You know what? Tracking probably seems like a good one. So nature.
Survival is tracking.
No. Oh no, it was survival. You're right, survival. Well, let me roll survival. Yes.
Same modifier.
Yes. Gordon, you can also roll.
Corn.
Yeah, finding it's survival. So what's the advantage thing for? What gives you advantage on something?
For them, I think they get racial from scent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Graham occasionally gets hearing-based advantage.
Because I'm a rabbit and I got giant radar dish ears.
I wonder if I would have anything regarding like heat based.
That depends on what if it's a racial bonus, it would have to say so in your race.
Yeah. Like a lot of us are using custom races that Zim himself created, like the traits and stuff like that for.
Ah, okay. No, I've just taken Naga, which doesn't have any special. I have got poison immunity though.
Yeah, you've got different advantages compared to us.
We're all niche in our own ways. Like, I can mimic voices.
Well, I have a natural bite with a poison and a constrict, and I'm immune to poison, and I can poison weapons.
So much poison.
Also,
I'm a
because I'm a
snake.
Kenku, I'm just really good at forging. Don't question it.
Because you're a filthy little kenku.
Thank you with my stick.
I almost made a kenku and then I found the naga and I went, ooh, I want.
No, more bird.
Anyway, Graham and Nim, you do find signs of recent activity. Rock rubble, actually, that should not have been there, even after this explosion, because there are signs chiseled into the wall that the halfling had mentioned. You see the Seeker's symbol.
Well, I guess we're on the right track.
Why's that?
Because the Seekers literally carved their symbol into the wall, probably as a marker to lead to whatever secret base they have down here.
Did they? Where? I didn't see it.
Graham will point it out.
Ray would curiously press on the stone. No? Okay.
Orn is going to run his hand over the stone and cast mending.
Hey. Before you do that, where does this is it just the symbol in the wall? Does this not like seem? Is there not like a series of symbols leading somewhere?
The DM has died.
Yes, it seems that our DM has.
Nope, I'm still here. Anyway,
You've answered none of the questions.
I'll hear them again then.
All right. I was asking if are these symbols? Is this like a series of symbols? Are they leading somewhere? Because I'm trying to track where their base is.
There
I
seems
tried-
to be one symbol,
Ray
and
tried to
then more
press the stone.
along the wall, but they stop at a point, such as if they're like labeling a specific area or a specific section of the wall.
All right. I'm gonna start.
And supposedly this was where the halfling was supposed to bomb.
So this is bomb site A.
However, then he got the bright idea to test them beforehand.
This is bomb site A. They're rushing B. Go, 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 go!
Is this anywhere near where the ruins are?
It is actually. This is where the curve is.
Okay. Can we look for where? I wasn't looking for this because we knew where this was. I was looking for where the Seekers are now, while before they come here. Like, because I'm assuming they're staging somewhere nearby here. That's why I was like, we're looking for that. Like, that's what we're like actively looking for.
Fair enough. Yes. There are other signs of recent activity, and they then lead further. Thank you. Further up. However, they also look like they've then deliberately scattered.
So they scattered when the bomb went off and it didn't blow open a wall.
considering that 9 were supposed to explode together, they can probably tell the difference that things didn't go to plan.
God damn it. Now we're gonna have to. I don't want to inform the guilds, but we can't just sit in this sewer waiting for them to come back.
Might I suggest an alternate course of action?
What's that?
Simple. We steal what they seek to steal. Ourselves.
That you do realize that that would mean us using these charges to blow open this wall, and you saw how much damage just one of these things did.
But we do so smarter, or in a way that doesn't use explosives.
Does anyone have like a earth shape or something like that?
Nope.
Here's a question. What's just stopping us from pulling the bricks out?
Because there's actual rock and dirt on the other side of those bricks. We have to literally tunnel into the place.
Nim. Nim?
Nim!
Yes?
You tend to be good with creative solutions. What do you think?
That sounds like a Tim Tam packet.
I plead the fifth on the basis of self-incrimination. But I will state I need more Tim Tams.
Can I get Tim
The fact
Tams?
that I can tell what the rustling is just. I sent Zim some Australian candies and he's going gaga over them.
Well, I do have a spell that while it can't, it's not really designed for this. I might be able to utilize it for getting through a wall.
Go ahead.
Well, it's Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Go on.
Basically, if we could get just a small hole in there, then as long as I can see the other side, and I could probably just make a hand erupt out of the other side of the wall, thus breaking the wall.
What?
Yeah. It makes a hand out of rock and soil and such.
Why do you need to see through the other side of that, though?
Well, I have to see where we're going to, where I'm going to be casting it at. So, you know, if we can get a small or big enough hole for me to see through, then I can just, well, I guess I could do it right here at the base of it.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Okay, I'm casting Maximilian's Earthen Grasp right at the base, making it take up the same space as the wall, or at least as close to it as I can. If you'll allow that creative solution, Digi.
I think it's interesting enough.
I guess that also depends
It's
on
not the way it actually works. I will fully say that, but you know.
I guess the other thing is how much earth is between us and the ruins. We should be able to judge that based off of since we've gone into like 2 of them, I think. No, it was just 1.
Yeah.
Alternatively,
However, I will
I can
say-
just shoot out a line of acid for 30 feet.
That would probably work a little bit better because you just keep spray. How long can you do it?
Up to a minute.
It might take a while, but between like some Eldritch blasts and you with the acid, I think we would probably be able to like blow open a hole eventually.
It's a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide.
So yeah, the acid to soften the earth and Eldritch blast to like blow it out of the hole.
Well, here we go. Nim's going to position himself on the, right next to the wall and just start spewing acid out of his mouth.
And Graham shall cast Eldritch blasts to, blast the acid softened earth away. As we're impromptu mining here. Is that like a cantrip or is that
It's a level 1 spell.
Okay. 'Cause I was gonna say this might take a while even with that, cause
I mean, it's a minute and it goes 30 feet. So while I could personally see that it would work as a whatever you want to call it. I could see it actually managing by itself to melt a 5-foot wide, 30-foot long tunnel over the course of a minute.
I can't.
That's up to...
better be some strong acid to like go through stone and packed dirt.
Not like depend. I guess it depends on what kind of damage it does. Because again, like
acid.
this is. I mean, how much acid damage?
2d4 acid.
Yeah, I don't know. I just find. Well, I guess it really depends. Like, if this is only like 5 feet of stone and like dirt, then I'd be like, yeah, no, absolutely, probably. But if it's like several feet, if it's like 30 feet of stone and dirt, then I would be like, I can't imagine that doing it by itself.
Okay, if we're trying to get through an area, correct?
Yes.
I'm gonna ask everyone to back up a bit.
Listen to the man. It's not explosive what you're doing, is it?
Partially.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna summon my Eldritch Cannon.
Oh. I'm sorry, what?
It's literally a magical cannon.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, he does have this. By all means, continue.
At which point, well, Eldritch Cannon goes boom, and wall gets hit. And Eldritch Cannon goes boom, and wall gets hit. It doesn't have any ammunition limits or time limit.
Yeah, but it does have noise, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Would recommend against that.
Yeah, no, we're trying not to get caught here because what we're doing is going to be highly frowned upon by every guild.
Every single one.
Right, Corn. We should probably explain. We're
Oh,
stealing.
gee.
Corn. He places a hand on Corn's shoulder. Corn.
Yes.
Mr. Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. I like saying Quetzalcoatl more because it makes me think of
That's
axolotls.
actually
But anyway,
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl. Mr. Quetzalcoatl. What we are doing is we are stealing the mana source of one of the guilds.
Okay, so quiet then.
Yeah.
I'll change my Eldritch Cannon to flamethrower mode, not cannon mode.
What?
15-foot cone. It now just spews out fire.
Does that work? Does it like actually do things besides just char the wall?
Well, either case, like I said, regardless of anything, I can just Eldritch Blast this wall all day long. It's force damage. And
Okay.
between acid and my Eldritch Blast, I think we'd mine through this wall eventually.
Yes.
Without too much noise.
Alright, we get through the wall. DM, what's behind it?
Well, after tunneling through 12 feet of tightly packed dirt and stone, with then another 2 feet of very, very durable marble.
Oh, we're in the right spot.
Yes. You emerge into a large square room with a staircase going down.
Ray begins to walk down.
How fortuitous that we came out into a stairwell.
Yes, quite.
These people seem to know how these ruins are laid out.
Perhaps they
It's a-
do.
Curious.
Yes,
you also did arrive here, though.
Yes, but we didn't know that I was thinking we're gonna be blowing open a random hole in a random room, but there's stairs here, and I can't imagine that was just a coincidence that they also decided to, be here.
Nope.
Like I feel like it was either, eh.
Question
So
for
yes.
DM on the cannon.
So
Can I have it clink Corn's back? So he can move with it, because technically it doesn't have any time limit. I can only have one cannon at a time though.
Just summon a new cannon wherever you want.
I can only summon it once a day.
Oh no. Well, I would say that if you were as long as you were willing to explain that you were gonna fire a cannon off, the party would have been like, no, don't do that.
Okay then.
Yeah, that's fair. To be honest, when you said everyone should back up, that would be the immediate point where people were going to ask why.
The cannon has 3 modes: flamethrower mode, cannon mode, and healing mode.
How does a cannon heal?
It's positive energy instead of eldritch energy.
Ask Raharu how his spear heals.
I did. You guys even know about that? I haven't even mentioned it.
None of us know about it.
No, everybody does. Or no, Cray does not. But everybody else does. Because Nim identified it and told everybody.
Ah,
That's
And
true.
and
Also,
at the
you
time,
now have
Cray
to
was
use
just
that
chilling.
weapon's healing up before you can use any other weapons. So
Yeah, that's a thing. In before, Cray just sees Raharu stabbing people with a spear, so he goes to just fucking.
By the way, Digi, how many spell slots do you want me to have used for that?
Let's see. With Teamwork and Eldritch Blast, I'd say if you continue to use acid all the way through, I'd say 3, and then maybe you stop like halfway through the marble, because that is you need to save something, unless you're going all for it.
I've got 1 first level spell slot left.
Didn't you get a second level spell at like 4th level or something?
Yes, he has second level spell slots. However, this was quite the endeavor, or quite the costly endeavor to more quietly tunnel through.
Well, we didn't want to attract attention.
Yes. However, now you have to go for it because you've made a hole. And if
Yep.
they come back and find it, oh boy.
We've made things easy.
yes.
Time-
So
It's time for the heist of
Graham
this
will
country.
Graham will start heading. Well, he'll point to Element like, let's start going down the stairs. And as you're kind of our frontliner, you should go first, and I'll follow down behind you.
Okay.
All right. Now I will ask once more, since the half hour has almost passed, how long can everyone else stay?
I can keep going.
All right. Element?
I must at the very least. I got work early.
What do you said, Marty?
I need to sleep because I got work early, but the rest of you can keep going if you want.
Honestly, I do. And honestly, I do have to get ready to head to bed pretty soon myself.
All
Well,
right.
this is a pretty decent spot to leave off.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us for Guild Tales Dungeons and Dragons. I will be back tomorrow with, we got Halo with Toya and probably and after that, RimWorld. So do come by for those. Don't forget that Saturday is the 5-year anniversary of the channel, so please come on by. Hang out with me as I go through some of the history and such. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those good things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. You are the ones that keep this channel alive. I really cannot continue without your support, so thank you. And yeah, thanks again for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for coming,
Bye.
everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.